you cannot miss. Watch this space to know more about all matters and all people that make Britain what it is today. Out of Britain, with me, Radhika Iyer.
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Namaste, hello, and welcome to the NDTV Report on NDTV. I'm your host, Priyanka. Let's go straight into our first story. The 3 Pahalgam terrorists who were killed during Operation Mahadev in Jammu and Kashmir's Dachigam on July 28th were Pakistani nationals and senior operatives of terror outfit Lashkar-e-Taiba, or LET. This is according to evidence collected by security forces, and this firmly establishes it. Now, these terrorists had been hiding in Dachigam Harvan forest belt since the day of the Pahalgam attack, and no local Kashmiri was part of the shooting team. This is according to the proof report accessed by NDTV. Ghazali joins us live for more. Ghazali?
So these 3 terrorists named Suleiman Shah, Abu Hamza and Yasir, these 3 were the mastermind, or to say that these were involved in the Pahalgam terror attack. 2 of them were shooting at those tourists there on 22nd of April, and the 3rd one was appointed to sort of do the recce and ensure safety or security of these 3 terrorists from the backside in the area where they were shooting. All the documents which have been accessed from these 3 terrorists, there have been voter ID cards, some chocolates manufactured by, produced by a factory in Karachi, sat phones and other electronic devices which contains all the biometric details of these 3 terrorists have been accessed by the security forces, and the report sent out by the Home Ministry includes all the details and sort of stamps on the allegation which India has been putting on Pakistan, that these 3 terrorists came from Pakistan. Their entire route has been mapped and has been matched by the security agencies, that from LOC near the Gurez sector they crossed over into India, and that is when their sat phone became active. So all these details have been collected by the security forces, which confirms that Pakistan was behind the attack and these 3 terrorists came from Pakistan.
Thanks, Ghazali, for that. On to our next story. A senior official of U.S. President Donald Trump's administration, Stephen Miller, has accused India of financing Russia's war in Ukraine by purchasing oil from Moscow. The move came amid the United States escalating pressure on New Delhi to stop trading with Russia. Now, Miller tempered his criticism by noting Trump's relationship with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, describing it as tremendous. Listen in to Stephen Miller's remarks.
It is not acceptable for India to continue financing this war by purchasing the oil from Russia. People will be shocked to learn that India is basically tied with China in purchasing Russian oil. That's an astonishing fact. India portrays itself as being one of our closest friends in the world, but they don't accept our products. They impose massive tariffs on us. We also know they engage in a lot of cheating on immigration policies that is very harmful to American workers. And of course, we see again the purchasing of oil. So President Trump, he wants a tremendous relationship and has had always a tremendous relationship with India and the Prime Minister. But we need to get real about dealing with the financing of this war. So President Trump, all options are on the table to deal diplomatically, financially, and otherwise with the ongoing war in Ukraine.
As you can see there, Stephen Miller says it's astonishing that India is basically tied with China in purchasing Russian oil. President Donald Trump has confirmed his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, will visit Russia next week ahead of a looming U.S. sanctions deadline and escalating tensions with Moscow. Trump warned Russia of ordering the repositioning of 2 U.S. nuclear submarines after highly provocative statements of the country's former president, Dmitry Medvedev, as the 2 engaged in a war of words online. Listen in to the U.S. president's latest reaction to this.
A deal where people stop getting killed. They had a number that just came out that a tremendous number of Russian soldiers are being killed. And likewise, Ukraine, a lower number, but still thousands and thousands of people. And now we're adding towns where they're being hit by missiles. So it's a lot of people being killed in that ridiculous war. And you know, we stopped a lot of countries from war. India and Pakistan. We stopped a lot of countries.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of the Philippines is set to arrive in New Delhi. This is his first trip to India since assuming office in 2022. This as India and the Philippines have begun their first bilateral naval exercise in the South China Sea. Now, Marcos Jr. is also expected to meet External Affairs Minister Jaishankar today. This report brings you all of the details.
In a high-profile diplomatic engagement amid rising regional tensions with China, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of the Philippines arrives in New Delhi today. His first visit to India since taking office in 2022. His state visit comes at a significant moment as India and Philippines mark 75 years of diplomatic ties, and even as the two nations conduct their first ever bilateral naval drill in the contested South China Sea. The four-day visit will begin with a meeting with External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on the 4th of August. On 5th, President Marcos will pay tribute at Rajghat, followed by key bilateral talks with Prime Minister Modi at Hyderabad House, where multiple agreements are expected to be signed. He will also meet President Draupadi Murmu and BJP President J.P. Nadda, who also serves as India's health minister. President Marcos will then travel to Bengaluru, where he is scheduled to call on Karnataka Governor Thawarchand Gehlot. India's defense ties with the Philippines are deepening, most notably with the delivery of the BrahMos missile system in April 2024, making the Philippines the first foreign nation to acquire it. The ongoing joint maritime drill near the Scarborough Shoal underlines shared concerns over China's assertiveness in regional waters. This aligns with India's Act East policy, Vision Mahasagar, and its Indo-Pacific vision, and is expected to chart new ground in areas like trade, defense, healthcare, and maritime cooperation. This visit sets the stage for a deeper strategic alignment in diplomacy, defense, and the Indo-Pacific. Rhythm Acadia's report for NDTV World.
Activists of the National Citizen Party and the BNP student wing held separate rallies in Bangladesh on Sunday ahead of the first anniversary of the July uprising that toppled the Sheikh Hasina-led government on August 5th of last year. Our NDTV's Saurabh Gupta brings you all of the details. Saurabh?
Bangladesh is basically building up to August 5th, and August 5th is the anniversary of the toppling of the Sheikh Hasina government after violent protests rocked Bangladesh last year. Now, these protests started over a quota announcement or a quota decision by a court, but it soon turned into something much bigger, and eventually on the 5th of August, the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, had to flee Dhaka. Now, since then, there have been efforts to make this a turning point, and those who were protesting against Sheikh Hasina and those who are in charge of running the country now, including the interim government led by Muhammad Yunus, and those who were protesting on the streets of Dhaka and other parts of Bangladesh, say that August 5th is something that's going to be important, and they're wanting to also, come up with the July declaration. But at the same time, the trial against Sheikh Hasina at the International Crimes Tribunal has already started. Day-to-day proceedings are taking place. In fact, what we've been given to understand is that from the details that we know is that, there have been witnesses who have testified today on day one of, those hearings that are taking place. In fact, the first witness who testified today, and this is of course in that court proceedings, said that Sheikh Hasina was responsible for killing thousands. The Awami League has denied all of these allegations. Sheikh Hasina has also denied these allegations.
Thanks, Saurabh, for that. Our next story, Pakistan supports Iran's right to develop nuclear capability for peaceful purposes as the two sides signed several agreements to expand cooperation in multiple fields. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian, who arrived in Islamabad on Saturday, met Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif at his official residence. At a joint press conference following their meeting, Sharif emphasized that Iran has the right to peaceful use of nuclear energy, which has been the center of the ongoing tensions with Israel. Hamas said that it is prepared to coordinate with the Red Cross to deliver aid to hostages that it holds in Gaza. That is, if Israel meets certain conditions, after a video it released showing an emaciated captive drew sharp criticism from Western powers. Hamas said that any coordination with the Red Cross is contingent upon Israel's permanently opening humanitarian corridors and halting airstrikes during the distribution of aid. On Saturday, Hamas released its second video in 2 days of Israeli hostage Eviatar David. In it, David, skeletally thin, is shown digging a hole that he says in the video is for his own grave. The video of David drew criticism from Western powers and horrified Israelis. France, Germany, the UK, and the US were among the countries to express outrage, and Israel's foreign ministry announced that the UN Security Council will hold a special session on Tuesday morning on the issue of the situation of the hostages in Gaza. According to Israeli officials, 50 hostages now remain in Gaza, only 20 of whom are believed to be still alive. Hamas thus far has barred humanitarian organizations from having any kind of access to the hostages, and families have little or no details of their conditions. Meanwhile, tens of thousands of demonstrators have marched across the Sydney Harbour Bridge in Australia, calling for peace and aid deliveries in the war-ravaged Gaza Strip, where a humanitarian crisis of man-made starvation has been worsening as a result of Israel's punishing blockade. Israel's far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has visited the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in Jerusalem and prayed there, violating a decades-old arrangement covering one of the most sensitive sites in the Middle East. Photos and videos of his visit show Ben-Gvir leading Jewish prayers at the compound, which is known by Jews as the Temple Mount in occupied East Jerusalem. Praying at the site breaks a long-time arrangement that allows Jews to visit the site but not pray. The Israeli Prime Minister's office released a statement saying there had been no change to Israel's policy of maintaining the status quo agreement that allows only Muslim worship there. An overnight Ukrainian drone attack on an oil depot near Russia's Black Sea resort of Sochi sparked a major fire as the two countries traded strikes and the Ukrainian president announced a prisoner exchange. More than 120 firefighters attempted to extinguish the blaze, which was caused by debris from a drowned drone striking a fuel tank. Russia's Civil Aviation Authority, Rosavatsia, temporarily stopped flights at Sochi's airport. Farther north, authorities in the Voronezh region reported that 4 people were wounded in another Ukrainian drone strike. Meanwhile, in southern Ukraine, a Russian missile strike hit a residential area in the city of Mykolaiv. This is according to state emergency services, wounding 7 people. The bodies of all five miners trapped in a collapsed shaft in the world's biggest underground copper mine for 3 days have been found and identified, according to an official who said this on Sunday. Achilles Cubillos, the lead prosecutor in Chile's O'Higgins region, said the body of Moises Pavez, the last miner to remain missing, was found at 3:30 p.m. local time by rescue teams. They had drilled through dozens of meters of rock to reach the stranded workers. Listen in.
Hoy, finalmente a las 15:30 horas, hemos encontrado al último de los trabajadores de la mina El Teniente que se encontraba desaparecido. Como lo hemos desarrollado en los demás casos, se dispuso los peritajes de rigor para establecer sus identidades. Se trata del trabajador Moisés Esteban Pavés Armijo.
The UK has unveiled plans for a new law that will crack down on criminal gangs behind social media advertisements promoting dangerous small boat crossings and other forms of illegal immigration into the country. This is under a new amendment to the Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill currently going through the Parliament. A UK-wide offence will be introduced to criminalise the creation of materials for publication online which promotes or offers services facilitating a breach of Britain's immigration law. Sri Lanka received a total of 200,244 tourists in July of 2025, with Indian travelers accounting for the largest share, according to local media who reported this on Sunday. This marks an increase of 6.6% in total tourist arrivals as compared to figures from the same period last year, according to the latest data released by the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority. This means that Indians accounted for 18.5% of Sri Lanka's total tourist footfall. Plastics are a grave, growing, and under-recognized danger to human and planetary health, a new expert review has warned. The report says that the world is in a, and I quote, plastics crisis, which is causing disease and death from infancy to old age and is responsible for at least $1.5 trillion a year in health-related damages. The driver of the crisis is a huge acceleration of plastic production, which has increased by more than 200 times since 1950 and is set to almost triple again to more than 1 billion tons a year by 2060. While plastic has many important uses, the most rapid increases has been in the production of single-use plastics, such as drink bottles and fast food containers. Now, as a result, plastic pollution has also soared, with 8 billion tons now polluting the entire planet, from the top of Mount Everest to the deepest ocean trench. Less than 10% of this plastic is recycled. Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney will likely talk, and I quote, over the next number of days after the U.S. imposed a 35% tariff on goods not covered by the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement. This is according to a Canadian official who said this on Sunday. Dominic LeBlanc, the federal cabinet minister in charge of U.S.-Canada trade, also told CBS News' Face the Nation that he was encouraged by recent discussions and believed a deal to bring down tariffs also remained an option. Maha Siddiqui brings more, but first, the latest from Carney. Listen in.
Look, Canada's strong. We can give ourselves far more than anyone can take away. We're building this great country. I just met with the Premier, building BC, building Canada, building in a Canadian way. Building sustainably, building together, building positively, and that's what we're going to do. And yes, we'll come to something with the Americans, something constructive with the Americans.
The August 1st deadline is over, and US has already imposed a 35% tariff on all non-CUSMA compliant goods that are exported from Canada to the United States. CUSMA is the agreement between Canada, US, and Mexico. Now, Canada says that almost 89% of their goods are CUSMA compliant, which means that about 10% goods are going to be impacted. They also say that the average tariffs for Canada that US has imposed is one of the lowest right now as compared to the other countries that the US has targeted with its tariffs. However, there are 3 sectors that are very critical to Canada and where a huge impact is being seen because of the US tariff. That is lumber, aluminum and steel, and the automobile sector. So much so that the fallout is already being seen in the automobile sector, with job loss especially in the province of Ontario. So the US and Canada will continue to negotiate a trade deal despite the August 1 deadline that is long over. Now, this is what the Canada-US Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc has said, saying that Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, will continue to remain in discussion with US President Donald Trump over the next number of days to be able to seal this deal. However, experts warn that a no deal might be better than a bad deal for Canada. Meanwhile, even as the two leaders of the countries, that is Canada and the US, remain in direct contact over the deal, the offices of Dominic LeBlanc and the US Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick will remain in touch on the issue as well.
That was Maha Siddiqui reporting from Vancouver. Thanks for that, Maha. We are going to go into a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more stories.
You could spend days trying to sell privately or selling a flash with We Buy Any Car. Enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
I found my great-grandma Annie in the 1921 census. A widow living in York, she raised 6 children all by herself, including my grandma, Iris, who became a mechanic in the Women's Land Army. She could fix anything. And this is her daughter, my mum, at her graduation. These inspiring women shaped who I am today.
Discover your own family stories in the 1921 census on Ancestry. Start your 14-day free trial today.
It's like wearing a cloud.
Everybody's Britain. What you buy is your business. Making it more rewarding is ours, with cash back on eligible purchases and no fees on spending overseas.
You found that special thing. You're flying without wings.
It's like wearing a cloud. Barclaycard. Make money work for you.
If you have cancer, you may feel overwhelmed with worries.
Will I lose my hair?
How bad will my side effects be?
How do I cope with waiting?
What happens now?
Whatever your cancer worries, Macmillan is here for you. Whether you're anxious about side effects, waiting for test results or appointments, or just need someone to listen, don't struggle alone. Whatever you need to ask, we're here for you 7 days a week. Call Macmillan for free now on 0808 258 8000.
With unexpected bills, it's funny how nobody comes to save you.
Can't park there, mate.
Short-term loans from £50 to £1,500 from lendingstream.co.uk.
With Post Office Over 50s life cover, enjoy peace of mind knowing your family will receive a guaranteed payout when you're gone. UK resident 50 to 80, your guaranteed acceptance. No health checks and from just £1.15 a week. Plus free 24/7 GP access with the health and wellbeing benefit. Purchase and receive a £125 gift card for amazon.co.uk, Tesco or M&S. Visit postoffice.co.uk/over50s.
Play tombola.
Yes! I've won £11!
All right, calm down. It's just a bit of bingo.
Open for fun.
Sometimes it's the little things that remind us of them. Stay close, even when you're far apart. Send money worldwide with Remitly.
Namaste and welcome back to NDTV World Report. I'm Priyanka Deo. Let's go right into our next story. Private enterprises in the United States cut over 10,000 jobs in July due to a significant acceleration in AI-related restructuring, according to a report released by outplacement firm Challenger, Gray & Christmas. The report shows that as of July, U.S. companies have announced over 806,000 private sector job cuts just this year, setting a new record for the same period since 2020. Among them, the technology industry has become the hardest hit area, with over 89,000 jobs cut, up 36% year on year. Enterprises generally attribute layoffs to tariff pressure and the development of AI. The report indicates that since 2023, over 27,000 jobs have been directly replaced due to the rise of AI, and that the emerging technology has become one of the 5 main causes of unemployment this year. Despite curiosity around the new program, the launch date and specific details of which are yet to be released, data shows the existing investment-based residency program EB-5, which the Gold Card will replace, has seen more applications from India over the past 1 year than ever before. That's according to the American Immigrant Investor Alliance. Action, drama, emotion, and an epic comeback. The 5th test in Oval now hangs on the knife's edge. England needs 35 runs for winning and India 4 wickets. The match had to be called off on Sunday night as rain lashed down on the Oval cricket ground. Here is how Team India kept the match alive.
Edged
England needed 324 runs on day 4 to win the test match. When Duckett and Pope were gone, the hosts were 106 for 3.
There was no appeal, but now there is, and the finger's gone up.
In came the biggest game changer, Harry Brooks, and then this moment of disbelief for India. England were 137 for 3, Harry Brooks on 19. He picked out Mohammad Siraj at fine leg, but Siraj stepped onto the rope with the ball in his hand, a huge turning point. It was a 6 for Brooke. And then the England batter blazed to his 10th test stun, the second of the series.
The counter-attack started just before lunch.
He had a 195-run stand with Joe Root, who stood like a rock. The Indian bowlers toiled for almost 2.5 sessions. Harry Brooke and Joe Root got England close. The number 1 test batter, Joe Root, brought up his 39th test century, a series-defining knock. He marked the milestone by donning a headband in honor of former England international Grant Thorpe. India cranked it up yet again with this wicket of Jacob Bethel. England 42 runs away. Mohammad Siraj was revving up the crowd by clapping, shouting and even waving his arms to conduct the cheers as an injured Ben Stokes sat in the England balcony. When Joe Root went for 105, edging Prasidh Krishna to the keeper, India's tail was up. England needed 37 for a win. Overton dug it in towards the end. He survived a few nervy overs before the weather gods added another twist. Stumps were called with England on 339 for 6. The test match will now be played for a 5th day. And that means every test of this 5-match series has gone into the last day.
President Trump did not know that celebrity Sydney Sweeney was a registered Republican. But now that he does, he told media in Allentown, Pennsylvania, that he liked a recent ad for a popular clothing company she was featured in. This is American Eagle. Titled "Sydney Sweeney Has Great Genes," the campaign sparked a debate about race, Western beauty standards, and the backlash to woke American politics and culture. Listen in. Thanks for watching NDTV's World Report. Until next time, this is Priyanka Deo signing off. Namaste.
Bingo lovers, it's time for a close encounter with Bingo Aliens. Visit bingoaliens.com/bingo for a cosmic range of bingo games. 75-ball bingo, even 90-ball bingo. All from a galaxy far away, direct to you. Taking bingo to another dimension at bingoaliens.com/bingo.
No child should suffer the torture of trachoma, but so many are in pain right now. Nananga's lashes have turned inwards. They rip and tear away at his eyes. Pamelo's sight could be gone forever. He's just 3 years old. Kofanga screams for his mother. His eyes are so infected that he can't even see her. For so many children in the world's poorest countries, trachoma is torture. It's a painful infection often spread by flies, and it's destroying children's eyesight. But it could be stopped if you help today. By calling 0800 021 3925 and giving £2 a month to Sightsavers, you can help make sure children get the treatment they desperately need. You'll help us bring them the medicines and the care that can treat infections. And that means you'll be helping to save children from the torture of trachoma and a life of blindness. Please help us reach them. Call 0800 021 3925, text C7 to 82727, or go online and give just £2 a month now. Because we need you to help save the sight of children like Nananga. We need you to help save them from the torture of trachoma.
Just because my kids are grown up and have little ones of their own doesn't mean family life slows down. I'm busier than ever. Now that I'm in my 60s, I want to make sure that my family has enough to cover my funeral costs and other expenses when I'm no longer around. That's why I decided to learn more about over 50s life insurance from Cover Today. They're the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period. Unlike other insurers who could make you wait up to 2 years, with Cover Today, you're fully covered from day one, and you're covered for the whole of your life. Plus, unlike other things in life, the price never goes up. Learning more couldn't be simpler. Go online or talk to their friendly UK team in just one phone call. Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period and no annoying trips to the doctors either.
Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Now I'm with Cover Today, I can get on with something much more interesting.
To get a free life insurance quote, call our friendly UK team on 0800 542 1545 or visit covertoday.co.uk.
Prove that. All right. Now we have BJP also reacting to that. The BJP has said that Rahul has been repeatedly rebuked for his recklessness by the court, and it's a diplomatic disaster by Rahul Gandhi on multiple fronts. We'll be getting you more on that, and we'll try and play out those reactions also. Meanwhile, this is what we are learning at the moment. Well, a strong rebuke by the Supreme Court for Congress MP Rahul Gandhi over his claim that more than 2,000 kilometers of Indian territory was annexed by China. The court has used very strong words, saying that a true Indian would not make such a remark. My colleague Nupur Dogra also now joins us on the broadcast here. Nupur, very strong observation by the court today. The court coming down heavily on Rahul Gandhi for his remarks on China.
Yes, Kitty, today the Supreme Court was hearing Rahul Gandhi's petition challenging the Allahabad High Court order, which had in fact refused him any relief in this defamation case against him over his remarks on the Indian Army. He was, remember, in Bharat Jodo Yatra, he was seen making statements like our Indian soldiers are being thrashed by Chinese soldiers in Tawang, and the government is taking no action. And he also alleged that over 2,000 kilometers of Indian land has been taken illegally over by the Chinese troops, and these were some allegations that he had made, after which defamation case was filed against him in the Allahabad High Court. Now, a Lucknow court had also in fact summoned him with that regard, and previously he had just very recently got bail from the Lucknow court in the same, but Allahabad High Court had refused to quash summons to him and quash the entire case. Now he has moved the Supreme Court. Supreme Court, while staying the proceedings against him, has in fact made these very critical remarks against Rahul Gandhi, saying that if he wants to make any such claims and statements as a leader of opposition, then he must use the parliament as the podium and not social media. And he must first, in fact, the court asked that what proof does he have that so many kilometers of land has been taken over by Chinese, and where are the facts, where is the proof while he's going on in the public making such statements there. And in fact, Justice Dipankar Datta went on to say that a true Indian would not have made such remarks.
Absolutely. Well, this is a big embarrassment for the Congress party and its MP Rahul Gandhi, who's also the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha. All right, Prime Minister Modi is speaking at the moment. Let's dip in. We are being told these are visuals now coming in of Prime Minister Modi going to the hospital where Shibu Soren, former Union Minister and Jharkhand Chief Minister, was admitted. Well, he passed away today. He was 81 years of age, and this is Delhi Sir Gangaram Hospital, where he was admitted for over a month for his treatment. Well, we understand his son had shared the news on Twitter earlier, saying that beloved Dishom Guruji has left us and I lost everything today. After which we do understand Prime Minister Modi also has now reached the hospital here in the national capital, where Shibu Soren has had over a 4-decade career in politics. He was elected to the Lok Sabha 8 times and has also served as a Rajya Sabha MP for about 2 terms. Prime Minister Modi also had remembered him earlier, saying that he was a grassroots leader and he rose through the ranks of public life with unwavering dedication to the public. Prime Minister Modi also had said that he was particularly passionate about empowering tribal communities, the poor and the downtrodden. Well, Shibu Soren was born in Ramgarh district earlier, which was then part of Bihar, and has served as the Chief Minister of Jharkhand. But he passed away today after a month-long battle. Last night, we understand, after which Prime Minister Modi also tweeted remembering him, saying that he was a grassroots leader. Prime Minister Modi has now reached Sir Gangaram Hospital, and he is here to pay his tribute. Shibu Soren, remember, was a union minister also. He served as union coal minister between 2004 and 2006. And he served as Jharkhand chief minister thrice, not just once, twice, but thrice he served as the Jharkhand chief minister. And well, his passing away definitely leaves a big void in politics. Shifting our focus now to some more news that we're tracking at this point in time. There has been a huge ruckus in the parliament today as well, as opposition MPs tried to get into the well of the house, raising slogans demanding a discussion on Bihar SIR. Well, it's opposition versus BJP over the SIR exercise in Bihar, which the Election Commission has also said would be undertaken all across the country. And the opposition has been demanding a discussion on that. Well, my colleague Ishwarya has also spoken to Sanjaya, JDU MP, on that. Let's listen.
इलेक्शन कमीशन ने एक तरफ तेजस्वी यादव को नोटिस थमाया है। आपको लगता है जो पदयात्रा करने की तैयारी चल रही है राहुल गांधी की, तेजस्वी यादव की, जनता के बीच में इस मुद्दे को लेकर जाने की, लग रहा है कि असर पड़ेगा?
अब तो उनको बताना चाहिए, जो जा रहे हैं लोकसभा में विपक्ष के नेता संविधान का किताब लेके घूमते हैं, कि क्या आप 2 जगह वोटर लिस्ट में नाम करा सकते हैं? जनता को बताना चाहिए कि भाई 2 जगह वोटर लिस्ट में नाम करा सकते हैं कि नहीं। ये लोग पूरे इंस्टीट्यूशन को बदनाम करने के लिए ये काम करते रहे इलेक्शन कमीशन, और प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस किया और कहा कि हमारा वोटर लिस्ट में नाम ही नहीं है। इलेक्शन कमीशन ने जब दिखा दिया उसके बाद से चुप है, नहीं बोल रहे हैं। पूछना चाहिए कि आप कैसे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस किए। तो अब एक्सपोज हो गए हैं पूरी तरह से लोगों
और अगर 2 जगह नाम है तो आपको लगता है ये अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है और लीगल कार्रवाई भी होनी चाहिए?
बिल्कुल होनी चाहिए। अगर 2 जगह नाम है तो ये तो लीगल कार्रवाई का केस बनता है ना इस चीज को। लेकिन मेन इशू जो है SIR करने का पर्पस यही था, जो नेताजी का निकला है, इसी काम के लिए SIR हो रहा है। तो खुद अगर ये किए हुए हैं तो अपने समर्थक से क्या क्या करा के बैठे होंगे।
All right, so the NDA, of course, clearly saying that Tejashwi Yadav, by doing that press conference on Saturday, had exposed himself. He wanted to expose the BJP and the EC, but instead he exposed himself, clearly showing that he possesses 2 voter IDs with him. Shifting our focus now to some more news, Congress MP Sudha Ramakrishnan has filed a police complaint today alleging that her gold chain was snatched while she was on a morning walk in Delhi. Well, the Member of Parliament from Tamil Nadu's Mailadurai said that the incident took place when she was on a walk with her fellow lawmaker DMK's Rajati near the Polish embassy in the diplomatic enclave of Chanakyapuri. She's also written a letter to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who oversees the law and order in Delhi, and said her chain was snatched by a man who was wearing a full helmet on a scooter. Well, this is what we're learning at the moment. We have reactions also coming in. Take a look.
R. Sudha, Congress MP is with me. Ma'am, how serious do you think this incident is? If this can happen with a member of parliament, do you think that this can happen to a common man? What would be the plight of that?
Say, everywhere is crime against women. Every minute, every second is happening. Today happened to me. It's a highly shock. I went walking morning around 6 o'clock. In highly secured area, that is every place is there embassy. On the way, lot of embassy are there. This particular incident happened in Republic Czechoslovakia and Poland embassy nearby. The women, what I thought this security area, this highly secured area, embassy is very safety place. Then we can walk in the morning. Then we are walking. On the way, that person came. Opposite side is coming. I'm very shocked and thinking why he's coming. Then I try to give the space to him to move. Then he snatched my chain and he tore my clothes. Then we are shouting, please, please help me, help me, help me. So few people are also walking. Everybody afraid to come near to me because all people are Delhi people. Why they are afraid? Because they know the crime against happening every minute. They are afraid to rescue co-citizen. So there is a safety for women in this country. Double engine is failure, sir, for safety of women in this country.
Did you got hurt while
here? I got a small hurt, and I have pain here also because he pulled me like this, tried to pull me. I came for medical aid in Parliament, and Madam Leader Sonia Priyanka ji taken me to the hospital and taken me to the Speaker office to give a complaint. Speaker assured us he take an action immediately. Let's see whether he'll take an action. So many incidents, so many things, but we are not realize what is happening in this country.
इस तरीके से ये चेन स्नैचिंग का मुद्दा सामने आया है। एक मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, सिटिंग मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट एक ऐसे जगह पे रुकी हुई हैं जो हाईली सिक्योर जोन माना जाता है और वहाँ पर ही काम होता है। तो गृह मंत्री से पूछना लाजमी है कि पहलगाम से लेकर दिल्ली तक ना ही जनता को सुरक्षा, ना ही आम जनता को सुरक्षा, ना मेंबर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट की सुरक्षा, इसकी जवाबदेही कौन तय करेगा? ये लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की जो वो है रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है वो केंद्र सरकार की है, केंद्र सरकार उसका जवाब।
An MP is being attacked. If a woman parliamentarian is being attacked like this, then what is the situation? What is the situation in the country for women's safety? We cannot this बेटी पढ़ाओ बेटी बचाओ बोलते हैं, हमारा अपना MP को इधर प्रोटेक्शन नहीं है नेशनल कैपिटल में चाणक्यपुरी जैसा एक जगह में।
Chain snatching incidents are reported on a daily basis in Delhi. But this time chain snatching has not occurred with a common citizen but with an MP. Well, a Tamil Nadu Congress MP R. Sudha, who resides in Tamil Nadu House for past 1 year, goes for a morning walk on daily basis. In fact, today morning when she went for a morning walk alongside with another female MP, and while she was crossing the Poland embassy, where I'm standing just right now showing the visual, this is the gate number 3 of Poland embassy, and when she was crossing this gate, a miscreant in a scooty came near her, in fact, and snatched her gold chain which she was wearing and ran off. Well, the MP started shouting, but nobody came to her rescue. Later on, she has filed a police complaint. Now the FIR in this case have been filed. In fact, the female MP has also put up her complaint and sent it to the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, as well, stating the entire incident in her complaint. Well, this raises serious concern because this is a VIP area, which on a normal day also we can see that there are high security standards in this very area because it is covered with the embassies itself. But this also raises serious concern because if an MP is not safe in the national capital, then how come a common ordinary citizen can be safe? From Delhi, this is Shubhang Singh Thakur for NDTV.
All right, some more news that we're tracking now. Karnataka Minister H.C. Mahadevappa has stoked controversy by saying that Tipu Sultan laid the foundation for the Krishna Rajasagar Dam. After laying the foundation stone for Ambedkar Bhavan at Sri Rangapatna in the neighbouring Mandya district, Mahadevappa said Tipu Sultan was the first to lay the foundation stone of the dam, but nobody had the courage to say this. However, we understand Mysore Kodagu MP Yaduvir Krishna Datta has reacted to this, saying that it's a ridiculous statement by the minister and there is no evidence for this. The BJP has also hit out at the Karnataka government.
You Kannambadi ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಡಿಗಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿರೋದು ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ ಅವರು ಧೈರ್ಯನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮಸೀದಿ ಇತ್ತು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಶ್ರೀರಂಗಪಟ್ಟಣ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಇದೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಅಲ್ಲವೋ ಅಕ್ಬರ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಗಂಟೆನೂ ಹೊಡಿತದೆ ಎರಡೂ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಎರಡೂ ಸಮಚಿತ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನು ದೇವದಾಸಿ ಪದ್ಧತಿಯನ್ನು ರದ್ದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ತಂದಿದ್ರು ಇಡೀ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ನ ತಂದವರೇ ಅವರು ರಣರಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿದ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಸೇನಾನಿ
How do you look at Mr. H.C. Mahadevappa's statement, heaping praises on Mr. on Tipu Sultan and saying that he was the one who laid the foundation stone for KRS?
This Mahadevappa's statement is nothing new. Quite recently, even Siddaramaiah Chief Minister's son Yatindra, who is also an MLC, had claimed Siddaramaiah has done more than Maharaja family. But now, the Mahadevappa statement, it's totally mischievous. Siddaramaiah as well as Mahadevappa never lose the opportunity to criticize or insult Maharaja family. History says, the entire world knows, Tipu Sultan lost his battle and died in 1799. 100 years after this, in the year 1908, then Maharaja, Krishnaraja Wadeyar, he floated the idea of building this dam. And history also says, then Madras government did not support this. So later on, this plan was implemented, it was initiated in 1912 and completed in 1935. This is a fact. When Tipu Sultan died 100 years before this Bhumi Puja inauguration of this dam, building of this dam, where was Tipu Sultan?
All right, BJP clearly saying that the minister, instead of making such frivolous statements, should give the proof to back his claim. We will get you more on that in just a bit. It's time for a quick break here. More coming up on the other side.
With BetterHelp, the biggest benefit of therapy is that it's about finding your authentic self. In a world where everyone is telling us who we should be and what we should want, it's the one place where you get to decide that for yourself. On BetterHelp, my role as a therapist is to meet clients where they are right now. Therapy is for anybody who wants to learn more about themselves or reach a goal or grow in what they already have.
This is an important message for people living with diabetes from people living with diabetes.
When I was experiencing the symptoms of diabetes, I didn't know what was going on.
You go on the internet and it's full of horror stories.
I didn't understand about carbs, I didn't understand about blood glucose levels.
That's why the support I get as a Diabetes UK member is so important.
You can become a Diabetes UK member for just £3 a month. When you do, you'll receive a practical guide specific to your type of diabetes and a copy of Balance magazine 4 times a year. Plus, you'll help support research that could lead to better treatments for all types of diabetes.
As members, we're all working it out together.
Call 0800 144 5410 or go online to become a Diabetes UK member for just £3 a month. Join us now because membership can help you learn to live better with diabetes.
Just sorted my guaranteed over 50 plan with Sun Life. There's even a cash payout.
Nice one.
It's given me the confidence to look after myself. I've started learning jiu-jitsu.
Come on!
Do you need a doctor? Oh, no. With Sun Life, there's no medical questions.
Search Sun Life Plan today and get a free gift card.
Good idea. It's never too early to consider my pension options.
With II's low flat pension fees, you could retire with more.
Really?
Helping you get the most out of your pension.
Nice.
So many investment opportunities!
Interactive Investor, a WITch recommended SIP provider 3 years running. The II SIP, your personal pension.
Fancy a free game? Beat the banker in Tombola's daily free deal or no deal game. There's up to £1,000 to be won. Play for free every day.
Sometimes it's the little things that remind us of them. Stay close, even when you're far apart. Send money worldwide with Remitly.
In today's interconnected world,
India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora.
Welcome back after the break. In a big relief for Bengalurians, Prime Minister Modi will be inaugurating the much-awaited 19.15-kilometer yellow line of Nama Metro connecting RV Road to Bomasandra on August 10. Well, the yellow line has been built at a cost of about 5,000 crore rupees and it has 16 stations. It's expected to significantly ease traffic congestion, especially at the infamously congested Silk Board Junction. The line is estimated to cater to nearly 8 lakh commuters daily, offering major connectivity between key residential and industrial corridors in southern Bengaluru and the electronic city.
As a taxpayer, I'm here to say the difficulties we are facing. The BBMP RI department and the SWD stormwater drain department, they're definitely not doing justice for the taxes we are paying. You can see the kind of infrastructure we have. This is all completely filled with sewage, and when it rains, this entire area floods. We will be soaked in the sewage to reach our offices. We are just 1 kilometer away from the IT hub. This is also called a Silicon City. I'm not sure whether it is called. I rename it a sewage city instead of the Silicon City because the BWSSB has not given the enough STP in our area. The Sora Unse STP is pending. The Rajkalways connectivity is pending. Rajkalways are filled with sewage, and the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board, they are not taking enough necessary action against BWSSB or whoever is polluting the Rajkalways, and this eventually go to the Vartur Lake. You have to go and see the Vartur Lake, how it is being polluted. When you cannot save the lakes, which is done by our great visionaries like Kempegowda, then what is the city is planning to do, or what the governance is planning to do? This is a big disgrace to the city, to what our leaders have done. So I would say, being filled with so much of gratitude to this city, to my state, I want to build the city. You please refund the tax. We will hire up people who are high with the consciousness, who are very good at these civic things, and we will build the city. You please refund the tax, and we are done with the governance what is being given from the ages in the city. We want to bring back the glory of what Kempegowda had left. So please do refund the tax. We will build our city.
NDTV is doing a special campaign called Our City, Our Fight. Many citizens in the city have been raising their concerns about poor infrastructure, roads, footpaths crumbling. As you being a part of the government, what kind of assurance can you give citizens of the city that the situation will improve?
See, this crumbling infrastructure or inadequate infrastructure is always a problem with any growing city. Having said that, it's also the government's responsibility to talk to the stakeholders and ensure that we build a city that is future ready. Whether it is green infrastructure, blue infrastructure, mobility, air quality, these are the responsibilities of the government.
So with the inauguration of the yellow line, it's supposed to ease a lot of traffic on the streets. It comes as somewhere a bonus for people, especially in the IT corridor. The BJP right now is saying that it is the Prime Minister, it is their contributions that has helped this manifest. Right?
No, see, BJP can say what they want. We can list out the contributions that BJP has done versus Congress has done. It's not the question of BJP or Congress. We are duty bound to do this, and even the Prime Minister is duty bound to do that because we are a growing we are one of the economic engines of the country. In fact, that is why we have suggested in the 16th Finance Commission that we are the ones creating jobs, we are the ones absorbing migrants, and you need to help us with the infrastructure as well. So IT exports, for example, 4.5 lakh crores is our contribution, our state's contribution to the central government. Not 1 rupee comes back. So they also need to be our partners in progress. BJP can politicize what they want, how they want it, but everybody knows it's also the state government's contribution in that, more than 50%.
All right, this is as part of Our Cities, Our Fight campaign, and our coverage will continue all day long. Meanwhile, some more news that we're tracking at this point in time. The 3 Pahalgam terrorists who were killed during Operation Mahadev in Jammu Kashmir's Dachigam on July 28 were Pakistani nationals and senior operatives of Lashkar-e-Toiba. Well, this has been confirmed by the evidence collected by security forces, and it firmly establishes that these terrorists had been hiding in the Datigam forest belt since the day of the Pahalgam attack, and no local Kashmiri was part of the shooting team, as per the proof report accessed by NDTV.
These Nadra cards, these are Nadra cards. This is national database card of Pakistan, which clearly shows the nationality, identity of these people. This is a part of their national database, which clearly says who they are, their residence, their parentage, everything. And there are also other evidence which shows there are also the funeral prayers in absentia was held in POK for one of the terrorists who was killed during Operation Mahadev by the army. So these are clear indications those who were involved in Pahalgam have come from Pakistan. There's perhaps no doubt when it comes to Kashmir. Everybody knows where are these people coming from. They don't come from some different planet. They come from across the border and carried out the attack. Now the government has clearly all this proof to show they were not any other people except those who had come from Pakistan. They come under the TRF, which clearly is a Lashkar group. But whenever there's a pressure, international pressure, they change the names. For example, this TRF came, this name was started, actually launched, this group was launched, this Shredo group, after abrogation of Article 370. Now, once it is banned by the US, maybe banned by the UN also, they will use some other name. But the fact is, the people are same. The main organization is same, which is the Lashkar. And what here the officials are saying, they have now the clinching evidence about their Pakistani nationality, and Pakistan government was ever aware about their activities in POK and also here as well.
All right, with that, it's time to wrap this edition. More news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G.
Gus could try to sell his car privately. Or get it sold today with We Buy Any Car. He could spend days on end trying to sell to a bunch of time wasters. Or sell at a flash and earn major dad points at the pool. Big fail? Or big splash? To get a quote in 30 seconds, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
We should have left centuries ago.
It's okay. I'm with the AA.
Because the AA has more expert patrols in more places than anyone else, you'll be back on the road in no time. That's why millions of drivers choose the AA. Join today.
It started with his name, which led me to a secret wedding at Gretna Green. She signed with a signature, he with a cross. Illiterate with a baby imminent, he took his hand to the loom. But the changing times must have forced that hand into finding other work, again and again. Our cities were transformed by people willing to turn their hand to anything. I discovered he was one of them, my great-granddad, Arthur Wade.
Bring your backstory to life with Ancestry.
And here's the dining room. There's a lovely garden, plenty of room for a trampoline. It's beautiful.
Our relationship with money is formed from a young age.
Nice to meet you both. Well, we've seen a house we really like.
That's why we're here to help you take control and find a mortgage that suits you, whether you're buying, moving, or looking for a better rate. Barclays. Make money work for you.
With BetterHelp, the biggest benefit of therapy is that it's about finding your authentic self. In a world where everyone is telling us who we should be and what we should want, it's the one place where you get to decide that for yourself. On BetterHelp, my role as a therapist is to meet clients where they are right now. Therapy is for anybody who wants to learn more about themselves or reach a goal or grow in what they already have.
Bingo lovers, it's time for a close encounter with Bingo Aliens. Visit bingoaliens.com/bingo for a cosmic range of bingo games. 75-ball bingo, even 90-ball bingo. All from a galaxy far away, direct to you. Taking bingo to another dimension at bingoaliens.com/bingo.
When facts are fragmented, we put the pieces together. Where power collides with truth, we are there.
Behind me is that massive security arrangements that are in place.
Behind fractured boundaries, we clear the fog of war. Fault lines with Gauri Dwivedi, only on NDTV World.
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Tamil Nadu BJP demanding an apology by actor-turned politician Kamal Haasan over his Sanatan Dharam remarks. Kamal Haasan has forgotten his Sanatan roots is what the BJP is saying, and Kamal Haasan saying only education can fight Sanatan. That is what, the actor-turned politician has gone on to say. Supreme Court wraps Rahul Gandhi over his China land grab claim. The Supreme Court's asking, how do you know that 2,000 kilometers of land was grabbed by China? The Supreme Court there asking, were you there? In fact, if you're a true Indian, you won't even say all of this. Now the Supreme Court says it's defamation proceedings against Rahul Gandhi and demanding his resignation as the leader of opposition. SpiceJet staffer speaks on the assault. Was only doing my duty. Would have apologized if I was wrong. The military veterans are now starting a boycott a SpiceJet campaign. Lok Sabha MP's chain snatched in Lutyens, Delhi. Well, we are talking about an MP's chain that was snatched near the Tamil Nadu Bhavan. This is the MP who has gone ahead and complained to the Home Ministry, marking Amit Shah, asking as to why is it not safe being out and about for a morning walk here in the national capital, raising questions about the safety and security. Opposition versus the BJP over infiltration. Mamata Banerjee there is saying that Delhi police are insulting Bengali and the language. In fact, it's Stalin who's backing Mamata Banerjee, saying this really exposes the regime's mindset. The BJP on the other side is saying that Bangladeshi was used in infiltration context and not replacing the word, people coming from speaking the Bengali language there, speaking Bangla. That was not the intent. A very good afternoon. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Divya Vadwa. Let's get to your top story, and that is the Supreme Court there wrapping Congress leader Rahul Gandhi over the claim that he's made that more than 2,000 kilometers of Indian territory had been annexed by China, stating that a true Indian would not make such a remark. Also, the court has paused the defamation proceedings against Rahul Gandhi related to the statement. During his Bharat Jodo Yatra, that was back in 2022, the Congress leader had claimed that China had occupied 2,000 square kilometers of Indian territory and Chinese troops were thrashing Indian soldiers in Arunachal Pradesh. How do you know this? Were you there? Have you got credible material? That is what the court has gone on to ask. If you're a true Indian, you wouldn't be saying this. The BJP too has attacked Rahul Gandhi over the proceedings and in fact has repeatedly gone on to say that this is a diplomatic disaster on multiple fronts. You being the leader of opposition, why would you say these things? Why will you not ask these questions in parliament? And of course is also demanding a resignation of Rahul Gandhi as the leader of opposition.
कोई भारतीय इस प्रकार की बातें नहीं करता, ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने राहुल गांधी को बोला है जब राहुल गांधी ने अनर्गल आरोप भारत की सेना पर लगाए, कहा कि भारत की जमीन चाइना कब्जा गया है और कोई प्रमाण नहीं दे पाए। राहुल गांधी कांग्रेस की एक ही पहचान, सेना का करो अपमान, पाकिस्तान का करो गुणगान, चाइना का करो गुणगान। ये सीक्रेट एमओयू का शायद मुझे लगता रिश्ता है और चाइना के चंदा और चाइना का एजेंडा चलाते हैं। और इसीलिए आज राहुल गांधी को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने हाई कोर्ट के बाद फटकार लगाई और कहा है कि आप बिना प्रमाण के इस प्रकार के आरोप लगाते हैं।
My colleague joining us to get us the very latest. Aishwarya, take us through the questions raised by the Supreme Court and also by the BJP.
Well, after Supreme Court's observations on Rahul Gandhi, when Supreme Court, in an observation asked the leader of opposition and Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who was representing Rahul Gandhi in the court, that were you there, and how he is claiming that almost 2,000 square kilometers of land had been given to China, 20 soldiers had been killed by the Chinese. Were these facts true, and why it was necessary for him to make such comments on social media? He is the leader of opposition and he holds the constitutional post. In fact, he can ask this to the government in the parliament. Why in the public? It is the Bharatiya Janata Party who had lashed out at the leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi and stated that now he is a certified anti-India. He is someone who had always been vocal and took those lines, what the Chinese have spoken, what the West has been speaking, and remembering what has been, what history Rahul Gandhi holds. In fact, several BJP leaders went on to the social media and attacked Rahul Gandhi, stating that please, Rahul Gandhi, he should inform the public in large that how it was, the cash or the money that was taken as far as the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation is concerned. And in a run-up to 2024, he supported foreign powers to dislodge democratically elected Indian government. What is that the MOU was signed between him and the Chinese Communist Party? Still, that details had to come out in public. In fact, BJP leaders went on to say that during the Galwan face-off, when India was defending its sovereignty, it was Rahul Gandhi who chose to receive the briefing from the Chinese officials instead of the Indian diplomats, and it's a complete diplomatic failure on the part of the leader of opposition. These are few things that any Indian won't speak, and leaders like Amit Malviya went on to say that he is a certified anti-India, and that has been proved now as far as the observations of Supreme Court is concerned. A massive face-off. Remember, the government had stated in the parliament, and it's on record being stated by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, that not even a single inch of the land had been taken by the Chinese, and it's the black and white that had been put out in open. But these are brazen lies, right. And the claims of Rahul Gandhi are absolutely baseless. It's something that the government has stated.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya. We will keep coming back to you for more on that. Moving on now, it is a question of that Sanatan Rao, and it's the BJP demanding an apology when it comes to actor turned politician Kamal Haasan, and saying that Kamal Haasan has forgotten his Sanatan roots. Now, this is in regard to the comments that were made by Kamal Haasan. Do remember, it is the BJP of Tamil Nadu condemning Rajya Sabha MP Kamal Haasan's statement, accusing him of dividing people on religious sentiments. It is, of course, Kamal Haasan, talking about how education is the only weapon that can break the chains of dictatorship and Sanatan. He had strongly criticized the NEET medical exam as well, and that it has really impacted marginalized communities in Tamil Nadu, and that is what the actor-turned politician had said. But it is the BJP in the state of Tamil Nadu demanding his apology. Let's listen into the reactions coming in, and my colleague Sam Daniel then joins us with the very latest.
அந்த கல்வி இந்த போரில் ஆயுதமின்றி நாட்டையே செதுக்க வல்லது. இது சர்வாதிகார சங்கிலிகளை, சனாதன சங்கிலிகளை எல்லாம் நொறுக்கி தள்ளக்கூடிய ஒரே ஆயுதம் இதுதான்.
Kamal Haasan says that education will only do away with the Sanatan Dharma chain. That's what he has said. Mr. Kamal Haasan, your family is known for Sanatan Dharma. Your father is a Sanatani. Have you forgotten that? Money, power has clearly come out of your mind, and it has created It has corrupted your mind for money and power. You have forgotten the roots of your life, your family. You are a well-educated person. That is what you always say. But now, it is very clear when you say that education will only do away with Sanatana Dharma. Mr. Kamalhasan, you have spoken against the wishes of the people of India, people of Bharat. You have spoken against the majority of the people. And you want education as a weapon against Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is education.
Well, time now. Let's cut across to the proceedings in the Parliament. It's Kiran Rijiju speaking in. Let's listen.
बिजनेस एडवाइजरी कमेटी में माननीय संसदीय कार्य मंत्री जी ने उल्लेख किया कि आपने सहमति दिया और इस पर 2 दिन के चर्चा के लिए सहमति दिया। एक तरफ जब भारत सरकार 130 सालों में पहली बार 2036 के ओलंपिक के लिए बिड करने जा रही है, तो देश के खिलाड़ियों के लिए, देश के खेल के लिए इससे महत्वपूर्ण बिल कोई हो नहीं सकता। और माननीय संसदीय का शताब्दी रॉय, यू आर वेरी सीनियर मेंबर। आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू कि यू शुड आस्क टू कल्याण बनर्जी साहब कि एटलीस्ट जाइए। आज संसदीय कार्य मंत्री जी आपसे क्या अपील करें? बर्वे जी श्याम, हम चर्चा कर रहा हूँ, तो आप अपनी चेयर पे तो जाइए, आज चेयर पे जाइए। और हमारे तमिल के भी कुछ साथी सुश्री श्री आर सुधा के बारे में बात कही थी, तो आज आप सुबह अध्यक्ष जी से खुद स्वयं हमारी माननीय सदस्या मिली थी आर सुधा जी, और अध्यक्ष जी ने तुरंत कार्रवाई के लिए आदेश दिए हैं। उन्होंने इसका संज्ञान लिया है और उन्होंने दिल्ली पुलिस को सख्त कार्रवाई के लिए आदेश किया है। लेकिन मैं एक बात कह देना चाहता हूँ, ज्योति जी, श्याम कुमार, दौलत बर्वे जी, मैं आपसे कहना चाहता हूँ सभी सदस्यों से आपको कि आज नहीं, हैवी ईडन साहब, जब स्पोर्ट्स पे माननीय संसदीय कार्य मंत्री जी अपील कर रहे हैं, माननीय मनसुख मांडविया जी कुछ कहना चाहते हैं? आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं?
You could spend days trying to sell privately or sell in a flash with We Buy Any Car. Enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Bingo lovers, it's time for a close encounter with Bingo Aliens. Visit bingoaliens.com/bingo for a cosmic range of bingo games. 75-ball bingo, even 90-ball bingo. All from a galaxy far away, direct to you. Taking bingo to another dimension at bingoaliens.com/bingo.
Don't let gaps in your travel insurance spoil your holiday. Go without the doubt. Insure and go. Call 0800 198 0198. Trusted by over 27 million travellers.
Some people think life slows down in your 50s, but I'm just getting started and there's so much that I want to do. And yeah, I'll be retiring in a few years, so it makes sense to plan ahead. That's why I decided to learn more about over 50s life insurance from Cover Today. I know my lot don't need the money, but it's nice to leave a little something to help with funeral costs and other expenses, so they can spend their money on nicer things.
Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period.
Unlike other insurers who could make you wait up to 2 years, with Cover Today, you're fully covered from day one. And you're covered for the whole of your life, so you can just get on with things. Plus, unlike other things in life, the price never goes up.
Their claims process is really straightforward, so your loved ones will be looked after.
Learning more couldn't be simpler and can be done in just a few minutes. Go online or talk to their friendly UK team who will chat you through your options in just one phone call. Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period. Get covered in minutes with no annoying trips to the doctor. With fixed monthly payments, prices start at just £4.42 a month.
Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
So stop putting it off and get it done. Then you can get on with doing something much more interesting.
To get a free life insurance quote, call our friendly UK team on 0800 542 1004 or visit covertoday.co.uk.
Sometimes it's the little things that remind us of them. Stay close, even when you're far apart. Send money worldwide with Remitly.
कि भारतीयता पे इतना गंभीर कमेंट करता है, हर देशवासी आहत है। एक भारतीय अपनी सेना के लिए जो पूरे विश्व में सबसे वीर है, कैसे कह सकता है कि वो चीनी सेना से पिट रही है? दूसरा सवाल, दिस क्वेश्चन raises an important question again about the credibility of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. How mature is he as a leader of the Congress party and now as the leader of opposition? क्या परिपक्वता है राहुल गांधी की? And the Honorable Supreme Court remarked, how do you get to know that 2,000 square kilometers of Indian territory was occupied by the Chinese? आपको कैसे पता चला राहुल गांधी जी? और उसके बाद, were you there? क्या आप वहां पे थे? क्या आप वहां थे? जो आप ये कहते हैं कि भारत की 2000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर की भूमि चीन ने कब्जा कर ली है. Then do you have any credible material? क्या आपके पास कोई विश्वसनीय सबूत है? Why do you make these statements without any credible information? ऐसे अपरिपक्व भारत विरोधी सेना का मनोबल तोड़ने वाले बयान बिना प्रमाण, बिना तथ्य के, खासकर जब गलवान जैसा मामला चल रहा था, हमारी सेना लड़ रही थी, राहुल गांधी ऐसे वक्तव्य क्यों देते हैं? ये एक बड़ा सवाल है. And it is a question about Rahul Gandhi's credibility, which is at stake. इसके बाद ये बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण टिप्पणी है, तीसरी टिप्पणी. Whatever you have to say, why don't you say in the parliament? Why do you have to say this in the social media posts? एक बहुत बड़ा विषय ये भी है, हर बयान देने का, हर मुद्दा उठाने का सही फोरा होता है. संसद का पटल. आप पहले सांसद, अब नेता प्रतिपक्ष हैं. संसद में वो बात क्यों नहीं उठाते? तथ्यों के साथ क्यों नहीं उठाते? और ये कहना गलत नहीं होगा, ये पहली बार नहीं है कि ये विकृत मानसिकता, भारत विरोधी मानसिकता राहुल गांधी ने दर्शाई है. मैं आपके समक्ष अभी कुछ माह पहले सर्वोच्च न्यायालय की ही टिप्पणी थी, वीर सावरकर जी का मामला, वहां भी डेफेमेशन सूट चल रहा है राहुल गांधी के खिलाफ. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्या कहा? डज योर क्लाइंट मतलब राहुल गांधी, does your client know that his grandmother Indira Gandhi, when she was the prime minister, also sent a letter praising the gentleman Savarkar ji, the freedom fighter? ये सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने पूछा राहुल गांधी से, उनके वकील से पूछा. So therefore, let him not make irresponsible statements about the freedom fighters. और सबसे बड़ी बात है, जो टिप्पणी अब मैं पढ़ रहा हूं, ये वीर सावरकर जी के केस में सर्वोच्च न्यायालय की. You go to Akola and make this statement in Maharashtra where he Savarkar ji is worshipped. उनकी पूजा होती है वहां. Don't do this. Why do you make this statement? मैंने आपके समक्ष 2 उदाहरण रखे. तीसरा, हम सब जानते हैं कमीशन खोर कांग्रेस 10 साल तक राफेल नहीं ला पाई थी. आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सुनिश्चित किया कि भारतीय वायु सेना को राफेल लड़ाकू विमान मिले. राहुल गांधी जी ने यही अपरिपक्वता और विकृत मानसिकता दिखाते हुए अशोभनीय अभद्र भाषा का प्रयोग माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के लिए किया. और उसके बाद सर्वोच्च न्यायालय का एक फैसला आया जिसमें यह माना गया कि राफेल भारतीय वायुसेना से जुड़ा, इससे भारतीय वायुसेना मजबूत होती है और यह भारत के हित में है. लेकिन राहुल गांधी ने टिप्पणी सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के फैसले का हवाला देके कुछ और करी और झूठ बोला. तो सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में जब लताड़ पड़ी तो राहुल गांधी ने माफी मांगी, अनकंडीशनल अपॉलॉजी, बिना शर्त के माफी, क्योंकि झूठ भी बोला और प्रोपेगेंडा फैलाया. मैं 2 वाक्य इस फैसले में से पढ़ना चाहता हूं. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्या कहा, ये तीनों जो मैंने आपको बताए, 2 बताए और ये तीसरा पढ़ रहा हूं, ये सर्वोच्च न्यायालय की टिप्पणी है राहुल गांधी के ऊपर. We must note that it is unfortunate that without verification or even perusing as to what is the order passed, the contemner Rahul Gandhi, deemed it appropriate to make statements as if this court had given an imprimatur to his allegations against the Prime Minister, which was far from the truth. Next para. The matter was compounded by filing a 20-page affidavit with a large number of documents annexed rather than simply accepting the mistake and giving an unconditional apology. And last, we do believe that persons holding such important positions in the political spectrum must be more careful. And then the Honorable Supreme Court remarks, certainly Mr. Gandhi needs to be more careful in future. ये मैंने आपको कुछ अंश उस जजमेंट में से पढ़े और आज जब ये टिप्पणी आई है तो एक सवाल उठता है, डज इंडिया, डज भारत डिजर्व अ मोर रिस्पॉन्सिबल, अ बेटर leader of opposition? The question arises, as a leader of opposition who has taken oath under the Constitution to protect the sovereignty of our country, is he destroying the sovereignty of our country? Is he helping nations that are inimical to our country? And is he demoralizing the brave Indian armed forces? और इसके साथ मैं ये भी कहना चाहूंगा, ये कैसे नेता प्रतिपक्ष हैं, गैर जिम्मेदाराना बयान देते हैं. ये फौजदारी के मामले में धोखाधड़ी के लिए बेल पे बाहर हैं. एक और मानहानि के मुकदमे में इनको सजा हो चुकी है, जो कि बाद में सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने रोक लगाई, अभी मामला लंबित है. और इससे पहले भी किस तरह से झूठ भी बोला है, गैर जिम्मेदार बयान भी दिए हैं और सेना का मनोबल तोड़ने वाले बयान भी दिए हैं. यह आपके समक्ष मैंने रखा. यह बेहद ही चिंताजनक है. और मैं अंत करूंगा एक बात कह के, यह तस्वीर कई प्रेस वार्ताओं में हमने दिखाई है. यह तस्वीर है, पार्टी टू पार्टी एमओयू करते हैं राहुल गांधी चीन की पार्टी से। और आज ऐसा लग रहा है, जब सर्वोच्च न्यायालय की टिप्पणी भी आ चुकी है, यह कहना गलत नहीं होगा, भारतीय नागरिकों को यह नहीं बताते कि इस करार में क्या है। यकीनन इस करार में राहुल गांधी ने यह प्रण लिया है कि वो भारत को कमजोर करेंगे, चीन को मजबूत करेंगे। और इसीलिए चाहे डोकलाम हो चाहे गलवान हो, हर भारतीय भारत के साथ खड़ा था, भारत की वीर सेना के साथ खड़ा था। और राहुल गांधी कह रहे थे हमारी वीर भारतीय सेना चीनी सेना से पिट गई है। यह दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। थैंक यू। If there are any questions on this topic, I would like to take them.
Rahul Gandhi saying it is, in fact, Rahul Gandhi's credibility which has taken a hit. Rahul Gandhi has lied about Rafale. He's also even said attacking Veer Savarkar. BJP saying that Rahul Gandhi was forced to apologize earlier as well, and that, basically that his credibility is at stake, and he has repeatedly been wrapped when it comes to the Supreme Court, and basically India deserves a responsible leader of opposition. The BJP there demanding his resignation. With that, slipping in a short break, back with a whole lot more.
Cricket updates brought to you by Remitly. Send money home safely with Remitly.
When I woke up, they said, Alyssa, you've got leukemia. We found out that the chemo wasn't working.
Cancer is still the biggest killer of children in the UK, but innovative new treatments could help beat cancer for more children like Alyssa.
I'm cancer-free now.
Text, call or search to give £3 a month and help build a new children's cancer centre at Great Ormond Street Hospital. So together we can save more lives.
I've bought cars on finance, so I've made my claim.
My lenders charge hidden commissions. I've made my claim. I could be owed thousands.
I've made my claim.
I've made my claim. I've made my claim.
It's so quick and simple.
You could be owed thousands in hidden commissions from vehicles bought on finance since 2007, even without the details.
I've made my claim.
Trust myclaimgroup.co.uk.
Claims made simple.
It feels good knowing that your future's in hand. Evlo can offer you a loan from £1,000 to £15,000, whether it's for home improvements or for some of life's big moments. Evlo looks beyond your credit score and always takes a case-by-case approach. Visit evlo.co.uk to get your conditional decision in minutes.
For such gentle souls, working donkeys in the Middle East lead terribly hard lives. For such trusting animals, donkeys are too often abused and exploited. These sensitive, loyal animals often suffer the cruelest pain. And now, conflicts in the Middle East have seen donkeys terribly injured, malnourished, and in desperate need of care. The cost of medications has soared, but there is something you can do. Please call Safe Haven for Donkeys on 0800 144 5802 or go online and give a life-saving gift of just £2 a month. Safe Haven for Donkeys is dedicated to transforming lives in Gaza, the West Bank, Israel and Egypt. Your gift means our mobile vet clinics can provide emergency treatment for injured donkeys. We heal wounds and ensure donkeys aren't suffering. We also work with local communities, helping them to look after and cherish their donkeys. You'll help us make sure there's always a place at our sanctuaries for abandoned or injured donkeys who have nowhere else to turn. Please call 0800 144 5802, text SAFE4 to 84902, go online or scan the QR code and give just £2 a month. Help save a donkey's life today.
From interesting tech startups to industry-leading companies, politics, sports, culture, curry, cricket. Oh, there's so much to talk about. Like me, if you too thrive on interesting conversations, this is a show you cannot miss. Watch this space to know more about all matters and all people that make Britain what it is today. Out of Britain, with me, Radhika Iyer.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever.
Welcome back. Let's get you the latest, and this is in regard to the BJP. They're demanding that Rahul Gandhi apologize, and they're really asking for a more responsible leader of the opposition, calling him a habitual offender, really talking about his credibility, which is at stake. So, of course, the BJP training guns at Rahul Gandhi after the comments that he had gone on to make. And this is in regard to the Supreme Court coming down heavily, and now it is BJP also getting after Rahul Gandhi. And this is in regard to the comments that were made back in 2022 when, during his Bharat Jodo Yatra, Rahul Gandhi had gone on to say that, China had grabbed land off India to the tune of 2,000 square foot. And this is the claim that the square kilometer, and that is the claim that was made by Rahul Gandhi back then. And of course, the Supreme Court coming down heavily asking, do you have, enough evidence regarding the same? Were you there? How are you saying this? If you were a true Indian, you wouldn't be making these comments, and really questioning as to why is Rahul Gandhi saying this in the first place. And now BJP taking it a step forward and saying that his credibility is at stake. He needs to resign. He's a habitual offender. He's been repeatedly has been wrapped by the Supreme Court. Aishwarya, my colleague, joining us on the phone line. Aishwarya, take us through, of course, the BJP training its guns at Rahul Gandhi, calling him a repeat offender, in fact, saying that he needs to resign. His credibility is at stake. Take us through exactly what has been said even by the Supreme Court, by the BJP and by the Supreme Court both.
Well, the Supreme Court pulled up Congress leader Rahul Gandhi for his remarks about Indian Army during his Bharat Jodo Yatra in December 2022, remarking that true Indian will not say all of this, even as it state criminal defamation proceedings against him. It is the Allahabad High Court that was hearing Rahul Gandhi's challenge to a May 29 order that had refused to quash trial court's summons in a defamation case. It is the Supreme Court now who had made these observations, after which certainly it was Bharatiya Janata Party who had called Rahul Gandhi as a certified anti-national. It is up to remember up run up to 2024 when Bharatiya Janata Party had stated that he sought support from foreign powers to dislodge a democratically elected Indian government. Even Bharatiya Janata Party went on to say that Rahul Gandhi signed a secret MOU with the Communist Party of China, details of which remain hidden from public. And during the Galwan face-off, another incident when India was defending its sovereignty, Rahul Gandhi chose to receive a briefing from Chinese officials instead of Indian diplomats. It is the Supreme Court's stinging observation has only validated what India has been saying all along. It is certainly, in the Supreme Court today, when Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who appeared for Rahul Gandhi as a lawyer, Supreme Court asked that why do you have to say all of this in media or social media post? Were you there? How did you get to know that 2,000 square kilometers has been captured? Congress Party, in fact, very interestingly, had now reverted to the Bharatiya Janata Party, stating that ever since 20 brave soldiers were martyred in Galwan, every patriotic Indian have sought answers on to the following questions. Yet instead of providing answers, the Modi government for the past 5 years have chosen to obstruct and hide the truth with the policy of the DDLJ, which is deny, distract, lie and justify. So certainly the Congress Party demanding answers from the government, but Supreme Court's observation had clearly pulled up Rahul Gandhi as far as his remarks during Bharat Jodo Yatra are concerned.
Right. We also have our colleague Akhilesh who will be joining us, Aishwarya. But back to you, from Rafale to Veer Savarkar to these claims as far as China grabbing land of India is concerned. The BJP is attacking Rahul Gandhi on all fronts, and of course the Supreme Court, they're completely backing this, saying that, were you there? What kind of incriminating material do you have in this regard? What's the evidence that you have that you've gone ahead and made such claims, and that if you were a true Indian, you wouldn't be saying this in the first place?
Well, the court clearly stated that, being a member of parliament does not take away the right to ask these questions inside the parliament. These are the remarks that was prompt to the media to raise uncomfortable but necessary questions about the national security is what had been stated by Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who was representing Rahul Gandhi in the Supreme Court. It was also the court, however, expressed its disapproval to what Abhishek Manu Singhvi had stated. It was Supreme Court who categorically stated that you go, saying Article 19, but as a leader of the opposition
Let's just cut across to Prime Minister Modi speaking on the death of former Jharkhand. He in fact is there. Do remember that Shibu Soren was unwell. He had been at the Gangaram Hospital here in the national capital since the end of June. He has been here in the national capital getting treatment for kidney-related issue, and there, of course, the Prime Minister meeting with the family of Shibu Soren, meeting Hemant Soren as well, of course, talking about his father, of course, the founder of the party, and there, this is, of course, the Prime Minister there paying his tribute, paying his regards to the family at a time when Shibu Soren, at the age of 81, has died after battling a kidney-related issue over the last month and a half. This is the former Chief Minister of Jharkhand, who he passed away early this morning. The Prime Minister there laying down that wreath. This is at the hospital there in, do remember, he was at the Gangaram Hospital since the end of June. Here, the Prime Minister paying his last respects to the former Chief Minister of Jharkhand and the father of Hemant Soren, Shibu Soren, who died early this morning. And of course, the son taking to social media, talking about the loss of the founder of the party. Well, also, he's gone on to say that he's lost everything today. That is what, that's how he's describing this loss. The hospital had, admitted Shibu Soren on the 19th of June, and he was being treated for a kidney-related issue. Now, it's been 4 decades as far as his career in politics is concerned. He was elected to the Lok Sabha 8 times and served as a Rajya Sabha MP for 2 terms, belonging, of course, he was born in the Ramgarh district. He was then the part of Bihar. He, of course, formed his party, and this took place in 1972, the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha. And over the years, he emerged as a key face of the statehood movement, which led to the formation of Jharkhand in the year 2000. He was first elected to the Lok Sabha in 1980, and which later turned into a stronghold for the JMM. The veteran leader suffered defeat at his, this is his bastion in 2019, when Nalin Soren won by a margin of over 45,000 votes. It was Mr. Soren who served as a union minister and a 3-time chief minister, but could not complete any of the terms. He became Jharkhand's chief minister for the first time in 2005, but then had to resign just 9 days later after he failed to clear the floor test in the assembly. Akhilesh, my colleague, joining us to get us the very latest. Akhilesh, pictures on our screen of the Prime Minister there at the Gangaram Hospital, paying his last tributes to the former Chief Minister of Jharkhand. Take us through, the words, of course, the Prime Minister there paying his tribute, paying his contribution, and the loss, in regard to Hemant Soren, they're saying that he's lost everything today.
That's correct. In fact, it's a very emotional moment as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is concerned. In fact, today he tweeted, he paid his homage to Shibu Soren, who is a stalwart tribal leader of Jharkhand. In fact, he was instrumental in the creation of the state. He led an agitation for a very long time for a separate state of Jharkhand, especially for the tribals of erstwhile Bihar. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi's association with Shibu Soren goes long way back when Atal Bihari Vajpayee government was there. And at that point of time also, there was a close coordination between the BJP and the JMM. Apart from political relationship, this was also a relationship which was personal, and that was actually laid a foundation for the creation of a separate Jharkhand state during Atal Bihari Vajpayee's prime ministership. That was a major plank on which the BJP had contested elections in the state. And as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is concerned, we have seen the pictures that today he visited Sir Gangaram Hospital after Shibu Soren's demise, and he actually met Hemant Soren and paid his condolences to Shibu Soren And actually, we saw that how Prime Minister Modi was also very emotional, and it was an emotional moment, as I mentioned, for him.
Has gone on to say this is a big loss in the space of social justice because he really, was the face of the cause when it came to tribal identity and the formation as far as the state of Jharkhand is concerned, Akhilesh.
That's correct. In fact, Mr. Shibu Soren was credited for the creation of a separate Jharkhand. We know that Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, his party, was especially founded for this purpose only, and he led a struggle, which was a very long struggle, and that's why he was not only regarded as a guru, but also as a political leader who has a huge following in Jharkhand. And we've seen that how Hemant Soren is actually continuing that legacy of Shibu Soren, and that is why, though Mr. Shibu Soren was not keeping well for quite some time for the past few months, but still he was a guiding figure as far as JMM was concerned. And we have seen on various issues, various leaders have actually had gone to meet Mr. Shibu Soren to inquire about his health. Mr. Nitin Gadkari, who was a union minister, he had also visited to Sardangaram Hospital to inquire about his health. So he had friendship and regard across the party lines, and that's why Shibu Soren is it's a big loss as far as Jharkhand and the tribal community is concerned.
Absolutely. This is how Prime Minister Modi is in fact describing him, talking about the role that he has played, particularly in the statehood of Jharkhand. He has also gone on to talk about how, he was a leader, a grassroots leader who rose through the ranks of public life with unwavering dedication to the people. He was particularly passionate about empowering tribal communities, the poor and the downtrodden. Let's just get you the latest, and this is in regard to actor Ramya online abuse case. Now, 2 more people have been arrested for online threats. This is, they are supporters of actor Darshan who threatened the actor. Now, 4 arrests have been made in all. 2 more people have been arrested today by the police for allegedly posting derogatory, threatening and vulgar comments aimed at the actor and former Mandya MP, known as Ramya. This now takes the entire, the number of people who have been taken into custody. There are 4 now, but the rest come after Ramya had gone ahead and filed that complaint with the Bengaluru Police Commissioner on the 28th of last month against 43 social media accounts seeking legal action against those who posted death and rape threats against the actor. Do remember that she had gone on to say that it's actor Darshan who needs to take to social media, ask his fans to refrain from doing so. She said that this is still time for him to sort this matter out and to basically, she in fact questioned in fact actor Darshan, why is he not stopping his fans from taking action or posting these derogatory comments. My colleague Gargi Rawat spoke with Ramya. Let's listen to her concerns.
Your first reaction to this development, 2 people have been arrested. It's good to see the police, investigating this matter. And hopefully, the fact that you took this up in such a strong way will be a deterrent to others who, abuse women on social media.
Yeah, I'm quite happy that they acted pretty swiftly on the complaint because I think the process is quite tedious. They have to get in touch with Instagram and then Instagram has to reply, giving them the IP address and then to sort of, the whole process takes time. But I think they were able to arrest these 2 people within 2-3 days. So I think I'm quite happy that they've taken swift action. And I think this is more not just for me, Gargi, but I think a lot of women face online trolling and, like I was sent nude pictures, murder threats, rape threats, and explicitly describing how they were going to rape me and things like that. I mean, in the past, you would think that, these are just faceless trolls, doing something and they shouldn't be taken seriously. But now they've taken it offline as well. So people who have, criticized Darshan in the past, their fans have actually harassed them, beat them up. So I thought that, this is not something to be taken lightly. And I just, went ahead and I filed a complaint.
About support within your industry, you said it's fans of Darshan who are going after you. We do believe, we have seen that other, actors have come out in your support.
Yeah, I'm very grateful because, coming out in support, especially in this, considering the past circumstances and, people who've spoken up, who've been harassed, the industry has come forward and they've supported me, and I'm really grateful for their help. And not only just people from the industry, but like just regular people, especially women, they've all reached out and, spoken about how they've also faced this kind of trolling before, but, they don't have the means or the courage to speak up because they're very afraid of the consequences. And they don't even report it, or they don't even go and complain. They just keep quiet about it because they're afraid. So they were all very glad that someone was doing it on their behalf. And so I'm overwhelmed with all the support that I've received, and I think it's going in the right direction. I think it'll send a good message, and I think people will think twice before they send any kind of derogatory comments to anyone online.
Ramya there speaking with Gargi Rawat and raising her concerns, and of course we have Deepak now joining us on the phone line to get us more on this. Deepak, now the number of people who have been arrested in this case are 4. 2 more arrests have been made, but her complaint with the Bengaluru police is in regard to 43 accounts. These are 43 social media accounts that have been posting these are death threats, rape threats that the actor has been receiving.
Her complaint, of course, she has listed out multiple ones. The cops have identified over 40 people who have been indulging in such activities, issuing threats and sending vulgar, obscene messages to the actor. 2 were arrested a few days ago and 2 more now arrested, taking the total to 4. The police are saying that the hunt is on to get more individuals. And like, the actor was pointing out there, such an action by the police, and more importantly by anyone to come out and complain to the police, will probably deter people from doing something like this in the future, because time and again we see many people who complain about online abuse, threats, especially rape threats to women. This is something that has to stop, and probably police action in this case will put an end to such things, or at least reduce it by a mile.
Right, Deepak, thank you so much for getting us the very latest. Let's just get you the latest, and this is in regard to Congress MP Sudha Ramakrishnan, who has now filed a complaint with the police here in the national capital because her gold chain was snatched while she was out on a morning walk at about 6:15, 6:20 this morning. A member of parliament from Tamil Nadu said the incident took place when she was out on a walk with fellow lawmaker DMK's Rajati near the Polish embassy in the diplomatic enclave of Chanakyapuri near the Tamil Nadu Bhavan. She also wrote a letter to Home Minister Amit Shah, who oversees the law and order situation in the national capital, asking about a man who was wearing a full helmet on a scooter, talking about one of the most safe areas, so to speak, as far as the national capital is concerned, is where such an incident has taken place. The woman wasn't even alone. This was in the Chanakyapuri area of the national capital, raising a lot of questions about the safety and security of women here in the national capital. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra raised similar questions.
Sudha, Congress MP is with me. Ma'am, how serious do you think this incident is? If this can happen with a member of parliament, do you think that this can happen to a common man? What would be the plight of that?
So everywhere is crime against women. Every minute, every second is happening. Today happened to me. It's a highly shock. I went walking morning around 6 o'clock. In highly secured area, that is every place is there embassy on the way. Lot of embassy are there. This particular incident happened in Republic Czechoslovakia and Poland embassy nearby. The women, what I thought this security area, this highly secured area, embassy is very safety place. Then we can walk in the morning. Then we are walking on the way. That person came. Opposite side is coming. I am very shocked and thinking why he is coming. Then I try to give the space to him to move. Then he snatched my chain and he tore my clothes. Then we are shouting, please, please help me, help me, help me. So few people are also walking. Everybody afraid to come near to me because all people are Delhi people. Why they are afraid? Because they know the crime against happening every minute. They are afraid to rescue common, co-citizen. So there is a safety for women in this country. Double engine is failure, sir, for safety of women's country.
Did you got hurt while
Here, I got a small hurt, and I have pain here also because he pulled me like this, tried to pull me. I came to for medical aid in Parliament, and Madam Leader Sonia Priyanka ji taken me to the hospital and taken me to the Speaker office to give an complaint. Speaker assured us he take an action immediately. Let's see whether he'll take an action. So many incidents, so many things, but we are not realize what is happening in this country.
This is an urgent appeal from Hope and Homes for Children. Right now, an estimated 5.4 million children around the world are suffering, separated from their families by being placed in orphanages. But the vast majority of them are not orphans at all. Orphanages can expose children to abuse and trafficking. The physical and psychological trauma can last a lifetime. Tabitha was separated from her family for 6 years. Imagine being locked away, separated from the people you love, frightened, alone. You have the power to help get children like Tabitha back to family. Call 0800 472 5218, text FAMILY3 to 88008, or search online for Hope and Homes for Children to give £2 a month. Hope and Homes for Children has been working to stop the institutionalization of children worldwide for over 30 years. Your support can help provide emergency care, trace families, and stop children being placed in loveless orphanages. Please, bring joy to children's lives. Donate today. Thank you.
Aye.
Good idea. It's never too early to consider my pension options.
With II's low flat pension fees, you could retire with more.
Really? Aye.
Helping you get the most out of your pension.
Nice. Aye.
So many investment opportunities!
Interactive Investor, a which recommended SIP provider 3 years running. The II SIP, your personal pension.
Some people think life slows down in your 50s, but I'm just getting started. And I don't want my lot to have to worry about funeral costs. Let them spend their money on nicer things.
So I decided to learn more about over 50s life insurance from Cover Today.
They're the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period.
Unlike other insurers who could make you wait up to 2 years, with Cover Today, you're fully covered from day one.
And you're covered for the whole of your life. Unlike other things in life, the price never goes up. Go online or talk to their friendly UK team in just one phone call. Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period. And no annoying trips to the doctors either.
Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Now I'm with Cover Today, I can get on with something much more interesting.
To get a free life insurance quote, call our friendly UK team on 0800 470 4474 or visit covertoday.co.uk.
राज्यसभा में हमारे देश के एक वरिष्ठ नेता, आदिवासी नेता शिबू सोरेन जी का देहांत होने से पूरा दिन भर के लिए स्थगित करने का फैसला किया। तो आज पूरे दिन राज्यसभा को शिबू सोरेन जी का आत्मा का शांति के लिए उनको हमने श्रद्धांजलि देते हुए पूरे सदन को दिन भर के लिए स्थगित किया है। कल भी हम राज्यसभा में मुद्दे बिल लेके आएंगे। तो हम फिर से आपके माध्यम से हमारे विपक्ष के नेताओं को पुकारना चाहता हूं कि जो आपने 2 सप्ताह पूर्ण हमको वादा किया कि आप चर्चा करेंगे, डिबेट करेंगे, वो आप उसमें कायम रहे और कल से हम बिल पारित करने के लिए हम कोशिश जोर से करेंगे। सबसे पहले तो
And of course, speaking on the issue of this is the claim that has been made by Rahul Gandhi, the Supreme Court coming down heavily in regard to the land grab by China to the tune of 2,000 square kilometers. Now, it is Kiran Rijiju who's gone out to say that, it was very necessary for the Supreme Court to slam Rahul Gandhi. Do remember the BJP is asking for his resignation. The BJP has gone on to say that his credibility is on the line and that a more responsible leader of opposition is needed and required. Let's listen in to what Kiran Rijiju had to say on this matter.
He made a very strong observation. Supreme Court has straightforward rebuked Sri Rahul Gandhi ji for making unsubstantiated claim that thousands of square kilometers of Indian territory are being occupied by the Chinese army. This kind of statement from the leader of opposition is extremely harmful for the nation and it demoralizes our forces. So we have been making appeal to Sri Rahul Gandhi not to make such kind of unsubstantiated statement. But he doesn't listen to us. I'm very happy that at least Supreme Court has now given him a warning. It's a straightforward rebuke that as an Indian, Sri Rahul Gandhi should not speak like that. This is a very strong statement. How can an Indian speak against the interests of India? This is something, a lesson for all those who are Indian by status and citizenship, but keep on demonizing Indian institution and our Indian interests all the time. So I feel that this kind of strong observation from the Honorable Supreme Court is very befitting and timely.
After Gaurav Bhatia, now Kiran Rijiju there slamming Rahul Gandhi for the comments that have been made. Kiran Rijiju there saying that Rahul Gandhi needs to stop making false remarks and that he needs to mend his ways. Talking about how the Supreme Court has rebuked Rahul Gandhi and that was needed, it was required, is what is being said by the BJP. Do remember Gaurav Bhatia on the other side also said that the leader needs to be responsible when it comes to the leader of opposition and that his credibility is totally on the line. And with that, we're slipping into a very short break. Back with a whole lot more on the other side. Thank you for watching.
When I woke up, they said, Alyssa, you've got leukemia. We found out that the chemo wasn't working.
Cancer is still the biggest killer of children in the UK, but innovative new treatments could help beat cancer for more children like Alyssa.
I'm cancer-free now.
Text, call or search to give £3 a month and help build a new children's cancer centre at Great Ormond Street Hospital. So together we can save more lives.
Now that retirement's here, it's time for me to focus on the things that really matter in life, like making sure my family can manage funeral costs when I'm no longer around. Which reminds me,
welcome to British Seniors, the UK's #1 rated provider of over 50s life insurance.
Hi, I'd like a quick quote, please.
No problem. We're proud to offer our seniors lifetime guarantee. With 100% of claims having been paid, we guarantee your premiums will never go up and that you'll speak to one of our specialists in the UK. UK residents aged 50 to 80 are guaranteed to be accepted. Depending on your age, your loved ones can get a cash payout up to £10,000.
That money could help cover my funeral costs or be a gift for my grandson. I'll do it.
Plus, when you sign up, you'll receive a £135 gift card and free 24/7 GP advice and health services.
Be proud to protect your loved ones with British Seniors. To get a free life insurance quote today, call our UK team on 0800 881 5090 or visit britishseniors.co.uk.
Bingo lovers, it's time for a close encounter with Bingo Aliens. Visit bingoaliens.com/bingo for a cosmic range of bingo games. 75-ball bingo, even 90-ball bingo. All from a galaxy far away, direct to you. Taking bingo to another dimension at bingoaliens.com/bingo.
As a dad, I know life's unpredictable. It's all fun and games until it's not.
You okay?
I want my kids to always be looked after. That's why I'm not putting things off anymore and protecting the life we've built by calling Smart Insurance.
Hi, how can I help?
Hi, I'd like a quick quote, please.
OK, you can choose a benefit amount up to £750,000 depending on your age.
Brilliant.
If you're a UK resident aged 18 to 64, you can apply with just a few health and lifestyle questions. For £250,000 of cover, the price starts at just £14.77 a month.
That's less than I thought, and could help my wife pay off the mortgage.
With our Smart Family Guarantee, you'll have peace of mind.
That's good to know.
You'll also receive a 100% advance in the event of terminal illness and 10% cashback on your first year's premiums. That's the Smart Cashback. Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Protect the life you've built the smart way. To get a free life insurance quote today, call our specialist UK team on 0800 977 6797 or visit smartinsurance.co.uk.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news, is here.
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Centre attacks Rahul Gandhi after Supreme Court's wrap on China remark. Rijiju tells Rahul Gandhi he should stop making false statements and that India deserves a responsible LOP. Tamil Nadu BJP has demanded Kamal Hassan's apology on his comments on Sanatan Dharma. BJP says Kamal Hassan has forgotten his Sanatan roots. Kamal Hassan had said only education could fight Sanatan. SpiceJet staffer who was assaulted by the army man on a flight says he was only doing his duty. Military veterans have started a boycott SpiceJet campaign. The Lok Sabha MP's chain was snatched in Lakhin's zone. MP says the chain was snatched near Tamil Nadu Bhavan. MP R. Sudha has complained to the Home Ministry. Prime Minister Modi pays tribute to Shibu Soren, consoles Hemant Soren. Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. My name is Kitty Behel. We are starting this edition with some breaking news now coming in. BJP has trained guns at Rahul Gandhi after the Supreme Court wrap to Rahul Gandhi on his remarks on China. The BJP says Rahul Gandhi's credibility is at stake. He's a habitual offender. Well, these remarks have been made by Union Minister Kiran Rijiju. He said that Rahul Gandhi needs to stop making false statements and we need a responsible leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha. Listen in.
मैं सर फिर से अपील करना चाहता हूं, जो ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग किए बिजनेस एडवाइजरी कमेटी में टाइम अलॉट किया गया है, उसको फिर यहां सदन में आकर के इस तरह से हंगामा करके बर्बाद ना करें। और स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर बिल पर चर्चा के लिए रेडी है और आप लोग का तरफ से ही पहले बोलना है। मुख्य अपोजिशन पार्टी कांग्रेस पार्टी से ही पहले बोलना है। आप लोग अपना बात तो नहीं करते और बाकी सदन का और बाकी मेंबर का टाइम भी आप लोग खराब कर रहा है।
Has already made a very strong observation. Supreme has straightforward rebuked Sri Rahul Gandhi ji for making unsubstantiated claim that thousands of square kilometers of Indian territory are being occupied by the Chinese army. This kind of statement from the leader of opposition is extremely harmful for the nation and it demoralizes our forces. So we have been making appeal to Sri Rahul Gandhi not to make such kind of unsubstantiated statement. But he doesn't listen to us. I'm very happy that at least Supreme Court has now given him a warning. It's a straightforward rebuke that as an Indian, Sri Rahul Gandhi should not speak like that. This is a very strong statement. How can an Indian speak against the interests of India? This is something, a lesson for all those who are Indian by status and citizenship, but keep on demonizing Indian institution and our Indian interests all the time. So I feel that this kind of strong observation from the Honorable Supreme Court is very befitting and timely.
Very strong observations by the Supreme Court today, and Union Minister Kiran Rijiju there, while speaking in the Parliament, also came down heavily on Rahul Gandhi, the BJP, clearly saying that Rahul Gandhi is a habitual offender and he needs to mend his ways. Remember, Supreme Court has rebuked the Congress MP over his claim that more than 2,000 kilometers of Indian territory had been annexed by China. Supreme Court even went on to say that a true Indian would not make such a remark. BJP now says Rahul Gandhi's credibility is at stake. He's been making claims time and again, but doesn't have any evidence to back it. Listen in.
ये सवाल हम पूछते हैं। देखिए, संवैधानिक संस्था सर्वोच्च न्यायालय राहुल गांधी की भारतीयता पे इतना गंभीर कमेंट करता है, हर देशवासी आहत है। एक भारतीय अपनी सेना के लिए जो पूरे विश्व में सबसे वीर है, कैसे कह सकता है कि वो चीनी सेना से पिट रही है?
All right, we will keep an eye on the developments here on this big story that we are tracking, and we will get you more on that. Meanwhile, we are now learning BJP has slammed Kamal Haasan for his remarks on Sanatan Dharma. BJP has said that Kamal Haasan has forgotten his Sanatan roots after the Rajya Sabha MP had said that education is the only weapon that could break the chains of dictatorship and Sanatan. His comments also come at a time when a former minister in Maharashtra held Sanatan Dharma responsible for caste atrocities and said that there was never any religion called Sanatan Dharma. We are followers of Hindu Dharma, and he had also made these remarks, after which we understand Kamal Haasan also made these objectionable comments on Sanatan Dharma, after which there is a whole lot of controversy that has erupted.
அந்த கல்வி இந்த போரில் ஆயுதமின்றி நாட்டையே செதுக்க வல்லது. இது சர்வாதிகார சங்கிலிகளை, சனாதன சங்கிலிகளை எல்லாம் நொறுக்கி தள்ளக்கூடிய ஒரே ஆயுதம் இதுதான்.
Kamal Haasan says that education will only do away with the Sanatan Dharma chain. That's what he has said. Mr. Kamal Haasan, your family is known for Sanatan Dharma. Your father is a Sanatani. Have you forgotten that? Money, power has clearly come out of your mind, and it has created, it has corrupted your mind. For money and power, you have forgotten the roots of your life, your family. You are a well-educated person. That is what you always say. But now, it is very clear when you say that education will only do away with Sanatan Dharma. Mr. Kamal Haasan, you have spoken against the wishes of the people of India, people of Bharat. You have spoken against the majority of the people. And you want education as a weapon against Sanatan Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is education. Sanatana Dharma is our Dharma. Mr. Kamalhasan, apologize, or you will be a slave always to DMK.
When people get educated, they forget about their class, the differences. You can see in the IT industry, all people are working, all community people, and they are all friendly. There is no difference because of caste in that area. In doctors, in medicine, in everywhere, where the people are well educated, this difference goes away. This need is stopping poor people from having education. This is a shame on the country's education system, and a need is a shame on the country's educational system.
Politically, in Tamil Nadu, all the political parties except the BJP want removal of NEET from the medical admission system. They argue that NEET favors the affluent children who can afford private coaching, and it denies opportunity for high-scoring poor students from humble backgrounds and villages who cannot afford private coaching. It's in that context, at a program celebrating 15th anniversary of a foundation run by actor Surya that educates underprivileged children, Kamalhasan made this particular statement. In Tamil Nadu, of course, Sanatana Dharma is being seen as discrimination on the basis of caste, keeping oppressed communities for ages in that condition, not uplifting them. And for almost a decade, Tamil Nadu had abolished any kind of entrance test for medical admission and had this done on the basis of class 12 marks. But certainly politically, now that Kamalhasan is an ally of the DMK, this has given fodder for the opposition. Earlier, similar comments made by Udinidhi Stalin had touched a raw nerve when he said Sanatana Dharma ought to be eradicated just like mosquito, which causes dengue and malaria. So many FIRs were filed, and only recently the Supreme Court had put a halt for that.
All right, not the first time, but yes, we understand DMK leaders have been making statements on Sanatana Dharma, and after Kamalhasan was nominated to the Rajya Sabha backed by the DMK, he's also made similar comments, for which the BJP is saying he's forgotten his Sanatan roots and is making these statements only for politics. All right, Prime Minister Modi today paid his tributes to former Jharkhand Chief Minister Shibu Soren, who passed away today at the age of 81. Well, he's visited Hemant Soren at the Gangaram Hospital, where Shibu Soren was admitted. He consoled the Jharkhand Chief Minister during his visit to the hospital. Shibu Soren was former Jharkhand Chief Minister and founding patron of the JMM, who died at a Delhi hospital at the age of 81 after a prolonged illness. Soren was a sitting Rajya Sabha MP. Shifting our focus now to some more news that we're tracking at this point in time. A senior army officer assaulted 4 SpiceJet employees at the Srinagar airport and left them with serious injuries, including a spinal fracture and a broken jaw, after they asked him to pay for the 16-kilogram cabin luggage he was carrying with him. The incident took place on July 26th at Srinagar airport. Now, one of the SpiceJet staffers has told NDTV that he was only doing his duty and would have apologized to the passenger if he was wrong, but that was not the case. Military veterans have also now started boycott SpiceJet campaign, as they claim that what's being shown on cameras is not the entire truth.
सडनली आए, बैग उठा के मेरे मुंह पे फेंका इन्होंने, अपना जो इनका वो बड़ा वाला बैग था, ट्रॉली बैग। तो उसके बाद इन्होंने मुझे पंचिंग, थप्पड़ वगैरह जो भी इनसे हो सकता था वो मुझे मारना स्टार्ट किया इन्होंने। लास्ट का मुझे याद है कि इन्होंने मुझे थप्पड़ मारा इधर पंच फेस पे, जिसकी वजह से मुझे ब्लीडिंग वगैरह हुई फेस, नोज से और माउथ से, तो मैं नीचे गिरा। बस इसके बाद भी फर्दर जो है वहाँ पे लड़ाई कंटिन्यूसली रही। इनको श्रीनगर से दिल्ली जाना था, श्रीनगर से दिल्ली इनको ट्रैवल करना था। उसके बाद पता चला कि ये आर्मी के हैं, तब तक तो हमें ये भी नहीं पता थी। बट ये शायद इनको ईगो इनका हर्ट हो गया, कैसे रोक सकते हैं ये मुझे, क्योंकि इन्होंने पहले बोला आपने कैसे रोका मुझे बोर्डिंग गेट पे। बस सर नॉर्मली प्रोसीजर है, कुछ गलत तो कर नहीं रहा हूँ मैं, जो हमारे पास SOPs है तो हम उस चीज़ को फॉलो करें। तो इन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा मैम, फिर तो इन्होंने बोर्डिंग गेट पे, मैं बाकी वो वीडियोस वगैरह देख रहा हूँ कि इन्होंने तो बाकी स्टाफ को भी फिर मारा। मैं तो नीचे अनकॉन्शियस था, मुझे पड़ा हुआ, मैं उसमें देख रहा हूँ। तो बाकी स्टाफ को इन्हें मार लिए देख रहे हैं, कोई किसी को ये उठाने के लिए अलाउ नहीं कर रहा है। अगर कोई स्टाफ मुझे उठाने आ रहा है तो ये किसी को भी अलाउ नहीं कर रहे हैं।
Understand that in this incident, the senior army official who was involved and threw hands at 4 members of the SpiceJet on-ground staff and brutally assaulted them in what SpiceJet calls is a murderous assault onto their 4 cabin crew members. And this army officer has been identified as Lieutenant Colonel Ritesh Kumar Singh in the FIR that has been filed by the SpiceJet employees onto the Lieutenant Colonel. Now, what had exactly happened? This was a case of excess baggage wherein the army officer was carrying 16 kilos in hand luggage, and we all know that only 7 kilos is allowed for hand in the cabin luggage. And so he was 9 kilos overweight and was asked to pay up excess for this. As we all know, there is always excess amount that needs to be paid for 7 kilos above. And the army officer blatantly refused to do so, and he went ahead onto the aero bridge, which is a clear violation of the civil aviation safety protocols. It is then that he was escorted back to the gate by the CISF officials, and it is here that the army officials started throwing hands, and he, kicked and punched at these SpiceJet crew, one of whom has suffered a spinal fracture and the other one with serious jaw injuries. There's been nose bleeding and mouth bleeding also that these SpiceJet members or employees have suffered, one of whom also fainted on the ground itself, and even then the army officer allegedly continued to kick and hit this employee who had fainted. It is after this that we also are allegedly understanding from our sources that the Lieutenant Colonel was only carrying 1 cabin baggage, and also that he has filed in a counter affidavit FIR against the SpiceJet employees because he says that he was being mistreated and that he was made to miss his flight.
All right, we now have more information on the Indigo slapgate as well. Just days after the incident, the man who was slapped by a co-passenger after a mid-air panic attack on an Indigo flight has said that he was assaulted when the accused saw that he was scared. The victim has now shared his ordeal with NDTV, saying that he received no help from Indigo. Well, the accused in the case, who was caught on camera slapping his fellow passenger on an Indigo flight from Mumbai to Kolkata, has been put on no-fly list by the airlines.
আমার তো জানো কি এক ডর আইছে আল্লাহর ইয়া ডর আইছে আদে আমার শরীরে কাঁপিছে আইয়া তার দারোয়া ইয়া বইছে বেটার দারোয়া
খাড় দারো
ও যে বেটায় মারলো আমার ওদার
তান দারো আইছলে
বুয়ার পরে আমি জিজ্ঞাসি ভাই তোমার নাম কিতা বেটা কইছে হাফিজউদ্দিন না কিতা
আচ্ছা
আমি বুঝাইছি হে মুসলিম বেটা কইছি সালাম কালাম দিছিলাম এটা লইছি বাদে মানে খালি ডর ডর আইয়া তার দারোয়া আইয়া আর হেইটা দেখিয়া না ভাইয়া মানে মারি দিছে সর 3-4টা
আচ্ছা
মারার বাদে তো ম্যাডাম ওখান উসলি গেছেন এটা কিতালেই মারলাই হুজুরদে কিতালেই মারলাই হুজুরে ফানি খাইতানি হুজুরদে ফানি দো এমন আমরা বিপদও পড়ে গেছি ফ্লাইট কেন লইয়া আর তোমরা হুজুরদে
তান সিট কেমন দূরে আসলো তোমার সিট থেকে
পাকা দূরে আসলো 10-15 সিট হদারও আসলো
এরপরেও তুমি তান কিনারও গেছলা
হ্যাঁ তান কিনারও আইছি আর
কিছু মারছো না তার লগে কোনো অপব্যবহার করছো না
না অপব্যবহার করছি আমি তো কইছি তাটারে কইছি ম্যাডাম ওগুলো কইছে এরে মারিও না বুঝছেন এর কোনো গলতি নাই
এরপরে ফ্লাইট থেকে আমার পরে আপনারা কিতা করছেন তারা
ও তো তারা আমার লিয়া গেছেন
কই লিয়া গেছেন
না যত লিয়া গেছেন না জিগানিত বোর্ডিং পাস তারা জিগানিত সব জিগানিত
আচ্ছা এরপরে
জিগাই থানাত লিয়া গেছেন
এরপরে হসপিটাল নিছিলেন
হসপিটালে জোয়া করছেন সব হসপিটালের সব রিপোর্ট করছেন করিয়া তারা রাখছে
পরে আর ফরর ফ্লাইটও উঠাইয়া দিছেন না
না ফরর ফ্লাইটে উঠাই দিছেন না আমার
এরপরে তুমি কি লাইছো
আমি তো আদি ট্রেন উঠিছে ইয়া
ট্রেন উঠিছে
না নামাজ পড়ি
তখন তোমার সাথে মোবাইল নাই
শুক্রবার না মোবাইল নাই শুক্রবার আসলো আমি নামাজ পড়েছি মসজিদে খানা
এখন তোমার শারীরিক অবস্থা কিতা
আমার শরীর গেলে এখন পুরা সুস্থ কোনো অসুবিধা নেই আর মানে তারা যে মারলো মারার কারণে আমার মাথাত মানে জিন করে কিতা করে উঠতে পারি
এখন আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে এখন তুমি গরু আইছো এই মা বাবারে ভাইছো না নি সবার ভাইছো
ইনশাআল্লাহ
ঠিক আছে
The youth from Assam whose video of being slapped inside an Indigo flight by a co-passenger had gone viral, and then there were reports of him going missing or untraced after he deboarded in Kolkata while on way to his home in Kachar district of Assam. Finally, that youth had reached his home, and he has spoken to media about what he faced, his ordeal, his trauma, and he said that on that day, on that night rather, he boarded the flight at 2 a.m. He was supposed to land in Kolkata and then wait for a few hours in the Kolkata airport to take another connecting flight to his hometown in Silchar in Assam. However, after that incident in the flight, they both, him and the person who actually attacked him, were deboarded and they were taken to the CISF facility, where they were quizzed and then taken to the Bidhannagar police station, and onward there were medical checks done. But he was totally traumatized. He said that his mind was not working, and what he claimed that inside the flight also he was he was shivering, he was fearful, and therefore he came near the passenger who had slapped him. And but what he said is that after he missed his flight, he was not given any help, and he then somehow reached the railway station, took a train towards Assam, and then by that time his family was following on social media, and they got an update that he was in the train, and he was found in the Barpeta railway station. From here his family brought him to his hometown by road. His family members have alleged that they got help from the media. The social media people have given his information, but his family has alleged that neither the airline nor the authorities of the airport did come forward with any help.
All right, we have some more information now. Air India has issued an apology and said it launched a probe after passengers on its San Francisco-Mumbai flight reported spotting cockroaches mid-air. The incident took place on flight AI 180, which has a stopover in Kolkata. As per Air India, 2 passengers had complained about a few small cockroaches during the journey, and Air India says that our cabin crew therefore relocated the 2 passengers to other seats in the same cabin, where they were comfortable thereafter. All right, we are given to understand that Hemant Soren is speaking at the moment. Let's dip in.
देखिए, आप सबको मालूम है आज एक बहुत ही मर्माहत करने वाला दिन है। देश के आदिवासी के नायक, जिनको दिसोम गुरु के नाम से भी जानते थे, आज शिबू सोरेन जी हम लोग के बीच में नहीं रहे। आज सुबह इनका निधन हुआ, लगभग 8 बजे। काफी लंबे समय से वो बीमार चल रहे थे। कई बार स्वास्थ्य में अच्छी सुधार देखने को मिला, कई बार हालात खराब होने की भी स्थिति बनी। आखिरी वक्त तक उन्होंने संघर्ष किया, अंतोगत्वा आज इनका निधन हुआ। हमारे पास शब्द नहीं है आज कि इस महान व्यक्ति के हमारे बीच से निकल जाने की।
आदिवासियों के नेता, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री, लेकिन आपके पिता भी थे, तो आप उन्हें किस तरह से बचपन से आज तक बताएं, कैसे याद कर रहे हैं?
देखिए, बहुत लंबी बातें हैं, ये तो बातें हम बाद में करेंगे, लेकिन ये बात सही है कि ऐसा लगता है कि मानो झारखंड की जनता, देश के आदिवासी समूह के लोगों के बीच में एक छांव की तरह अपने बाहें पसार कर लोगों को संरक्षण देते रहे। आज वो छांव हम लोग के बीच में नहीं। निश्चित रूप से इनको सदैव हम याद रखेंगे, या अमर रहेंगे हमारे।
Shibu Soren, sitting Rajya Sabha MP and former Union Minister, passed away today. His son Hemant Soren there saying that he feels like he's lost everything, and Jharkhand's people also have lost a fatherly figure. Those pictures also of Prime Minister Modi meeting Hemant Soren and
We should have left centuries ago.
It's okay. I'm with the AA.
Because the AA has more expert patrols in more places than anyone else, you'll be back on the road in no time. That's why millions of drivers choose the AA. Join today.
I am an explorer, venturing into the furthest depths of unknown worlds using cutting-edge technology. I am on a mission to discover what might be out there. And I've just discovered your world is perfectly healthy.
Our ultimate eye test with Optimap scan looks further than ever before to help detect health conditions that other eye scans might miss. Boots Opticians, see what's possible.
This summer, PlusNet's great value broadband's got you covered. Sit back and relax with full fibre from just $24.99 a month. It's fast and reliable with speeds up to 900 megabits. Oh, and award-winning too. So you can really, really relax. That's a plus. Call or visit plus.net to switch to us today. Offer ends 6th of August.
For such gentle souls, working donkeys in the Middle East lead terribly hard lives. For such trusting animals, donkeys are too often abused and exploited. These sensitive, loyal animals often suffer the cruelest pain. And now, conflicts in the Middle East have seen donkeys terribly injured, malnourished, and in desperate need of care. The cost of medications has soared, but there is something you can do. Please call Safe Haven for Donkeys on 0800 144 5802 or go online and give a life-saving gift of just £2 a month. Safe Haven for Donkeys is dedicated to transforming lives in Gaza, the West Bank, Israel, and Egypt. Your gift means our mobile vet clinics can provide emergency treatment for injured donkeys. We heal wounds and ensure donkeys aren't suffering. We also work with local communities, helping them to look after and cherish their donkeys. You'll help us make sure there's always a place at our sanctuaries for abandoned or injured donkeys who have nowhere else to turn. Please call 0800 144 5802, text SAFE4 to 84902, go online or scan the QR code and give just £2 a month. Help save a donkey's life today.
You need to know the truth about the abuse the world's donkeys are suffering. It's suffering that's often hidden from view in cramped, filthy pens, where they endure lives filled with fear and pain. Pain that cuts deep and wounds right to their very hearts. It's shocking to even think it, but right now, so many of the world's donkeys are being poisoned by plastics or being worked to exhaustion. And the truth is, to some, these innocent animals are worth more dead than alive. We can't leave them to suffer like this. Please, will you join us in the fight to protect our precious donkeys? You can by calling 0800 035 9309 and giving £2 a month to the Donkey Sanctuary. When you do, you will help us rescue and care for donkeys here in the UK and defend them from cruelty all around the world. We are working tirelessly to create a better world for donkeys, but we can only do it with your help. So please call 0800 035 9309, text Truth6 to 78866, or search Donkey Truth to give £2 a month to the Donkey Sanctuary. Because the world's donkeys need you to protect them right now.
Some people think life slows down in your 50s, but I'm just getting started and there's so much that I want to do. And yeah, I'll be retiring in a few years, so it makes sense to plan ahead. That's why I decided to learn more about over 50s life insurance from Cover Today. I know my lot don't need the money, but it's nice to leave a little something to help with funeral costs and other expenses, so they can spend their money on nicer things.
Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period.
Unlike other insurers who can make you wait up to 2 years, with Cover Today, you're fully covered from day one. And you're covered for the whole of your life, so you can just get on with things. Plus, unlike other things in life, the price never goes up. Their claims process is really straightforward, so your loved ones will be looked after. Learning more couldn't be simpler and can be done in just a few minutes. Go online or talk to their friendly UK team who will chat you through your options in just one phone call. Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period.
Get covered in minutes with no annoying trips to the doctor.
With fixed monthly payments, prices start at just £4.42 a month.
Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
So stop putting it off and get it done. Then you can get on with doing something much more interesting.
To get a free life insurance quote, call our friendly UK team on 0800 542 1004 or visit covertoday.co.uk.
When facts are fragmented, we put the pieces together. Where power collides with truth, we are there.
Behind me is that massive security arrangements that are in place.
Behind
break, Congress MP Sudha Ramakrishnan has filed a police complaint alleging that her gold chain was snatched while she was out for a morning walk in Delhi. Ms. Ramakrishnan, who's a member of parliament from Tamil Nadu, said the incident took place when she was on a walk with a fellow lawmaker, DMK's Rajati, near the Polish embassy in the diplomatic enclave of Chanakyapuri. She's also written a letter to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who oversees the law and order in Delhi, and said her chain was snatched by a man who was wearing a full helmet on a scooter. Well, this is what we are learning at the moment. Priyanka Gandhi also has reacted. Let's first listen in to what Sudha said to my colleague Ishwarya.
Please with me, ma'am, how serious do you think this incident is? If this can happen with a member of parliament, do you think that this can happen to a common man? What would be the plight of that?
So everywhere is crime against women. Every minute, every second is happening. Today happened to me. It's a highly shock. I went walking morning around 6 o'clock in highly secured area. That is every place is there embassy. On the way, lot of embassy are there. This particular incident happened in Republic Czechoslovakia and Poland embassy nearby. The women, what I thought this security area, this highly secured area, embassy is very safety place. Then we can walk in the morning. Then we are walking. On the way that person came, opposite side is coming. I am very shocked and thinking why he is coming. Then I try to give the space to him to move. Then he snatched my chain and he tore my clothes. Then we are shouting, please, please help me, help me, help me. So few people are also walking, everybody afraid to come near to me because all people are Delhi people. Why they are afraid? Because they know the crime against happening every minute. They are afraid to rescue common, coast citizen. So there is a safety for women in this country. Double engine is failure, sir, for safety of women in this country.
Did you got hurt while
here, I got a small hurt and I have pain here also because he pulled me like this, tried to pull me. I came for medical aid in parliament and Madam Leader Sonia Priyanka ji taken me to